may be a new year. It may be a new year, but it is the same Straub. It is the same Straub. Let's turn down the BGM. Good morning. My ass was not ready yet again. But I'm here, I'm ready now. Good morning. Ohayou gozaimasu. Let's see. I slept in. 今朝は10時半まで寝ました。I think I said that correctly. I slept until 10:30 this morning. Well, I did wake up earlier, but then I fell back asleep. But it's okay. You know, I wanted to sleep. It was a long weekend. Why is there? I see 10 subscriptions. Somebody resubbed, and it's not playing the thing. So thank you for the resub, whoever resubbed. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I could see it on my head. Thank you, Truffle. I was figuring it was you. Thank you, Truffle. Thank you very much for the resub. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you had a good New Year's Eve, New Year's weekend. I spent it with my fam. Had a good time. Happy New Year, Otome! It's time for Straub Jam. This ghost is after me. She's so hungry all the time. I'm gonna need like an Otome security force. Feed this ghost. Feed this woman some strawberries quickly before she chomps my head off. Hello, Otome. I hope you're doing good. So anyway, we're gonna study Japanese. I'm hoping the people in Niigata and Ishikawa are safe right now. I'm starting with the toes. Oh God! Oh God! I know there's continuous earthquakes going on. There's a lot of shit going on in the world. I don't talk about, you know, stuff in the world very much because I am very privileged. And this is my escapism. Not everybody has the ability for escapism. My heart goes out to people not only in Japan, but the people that have been under siege in Palestine for 88 days and many years. And so, my stance on everything is that, you know, I believe every human being deserves a good home, food, clean place to live, clean water to bathe in. All humans deserve just peace and happiness, you know? Except for billionaires. They can go to the bottom of the ocean, and that, my friend, is the truth. They made a world a better place. If they made the world a better place, we wouldn't have many things like homelessness, you know? Anyway, that's my spiel. I hope 2024 is better and brings not just peace, but more than that. More than that. I had a good thing ready to say, but I'm I mean, some billionaires did in 20. I know. I know. Thank you, Submarine. Sorry for their families, but like, you know what? If you were gonna do some good, please have done it. Please use your money for good. If you have billions of dollars, many working people suffer. Many homeless people suffer for no reason, and we live in a society. Anyway, but yeah. I think about that stuff a lot offline. I post on my IRL accounts a lot offline, just to try to keep it separate for myself and my sanity, but that is a privilege in and of itself, so, you know. But that is my stance on things. I believe in human rights and human equality, and I don't believe in colonialism. I think that's a bad thing for everybody, including the environment around us, but mainly for the people that suffer at the hand of it, so that's my stance. Happy New Year. I wish a very no colonialism, no imperialism to 2024. I almost said 2004. I was in the car with somebody posted that on Twitter. I was in the car with Cloudy. Thank you for the subscribe. Who was? Oh, hey, Wolfgang. Thank you for the resub. Hype train is close. What do you mean? What do you mean, Twitch? You. What do you mean? Anyway, I was in the car with Cloudy. And I was like, yeah, it's not gonna be 2003 anymore. And he looked at me like, what'd you say? It's not gonna be 2003. Oh. It's not gonna be 2023 anymore. 2004. Happy 2004, everybody. Yeah. Yeah. That's my spiel. Anyway, I'm waking up. I have some tea right here with me, and we will study Nihongo. And again, I hope the people suffering from the earthquake and the plane incident that was yesterday. It's been a wake up. It's been a hell of a New Year's weekend for Japan. But also, like I said, you know, throughout the world, things, people dying, not cool. I'm not very eloquent. But you know, I have a human heart, and things affect me and many other people, and I think about it all the time. But here we're gonna study today, have some fun. I am going on a trip next week, so I'm gonna stream as much as I can this week to just please the algorithm, kind of, but also just have fun. So, my plan is today, I'll stop rambling very soon. My plan is today, we're gonna watch a video, and I'm gonna keep my BGM going. Hopefully, I might have to cut this part out of the VOD, but let me grab the link of the video that I'm watching. That way you guys can follow this channel. I follow many a channel. Hey, stop showing that. There we go. Someone was streaming in Japan. Yeah, actually some of the streamers that I watch, they were streaming as it happened. Luckily they were in a safe area and they weren't near the Niigata prefecture, and they weren't around Ishikawa. That's the hardest hit, I think, area. I'm glad the tsunami warning ended quickly after, and not too many people were in danger of the flooding, but there's still people, the death count is rising, which is rough. So I'm hoping a lot of people stay safe. So this is the video that I'm pulling, or the channel that I'm pulling from. It's called Speak Japanese Naturally. I follow so many channels. I follow a lot of channels, Japanese learning channels. One of my other favorite ones is Kaname. Where is Kaname? I have it saved here. Kaname Naito. He just started his channel, and I've been enjoying his content. It's good tidbits. I also watch Tomo Sensei. I also watch Learning Japanese with Tanaka-san. This one we will listen to next because I precisely need this video. And hopefully, you know, if I gotta edit the VOD, I will edit this part out, but I will drop the links of the videos that we do watch so you guys can go follow those channels and support those channels and learn some Nihongo. So let's start. The first video that I want to watch, and we'll just keep it up in the corner, is a real conversation with my next door neighbor. Because there's a sheep! There's a sheep in it. I'm mostly going to be looking and play Warframe and work on some project stuff. No problem. Dog, right? Dog. That's me all the time, every day. We saw 2 Samoyeds yesterday while we went out to do a little bit of shopping, getting ready for the trip. And I saw 2 Samoyeds and a sheep, and we had our sheeps with us. It was a great time. So many dogs, so much dogs. I love dogs. So we'll watch these videos, and then I want to review Genki Chapter 10, because I think that's the most recent one I need to kind of refresher on. And then we'll see how exhausted I might be. I might be brain dead after all that. So we'll see if brain short-circuited, so this is already going well. We'll see how I'm feeling after I review the chapter, and if I have enough energy, I'll do some Wanikani Kanji review. This is mainly for me to prep and get my gears going again, because I stopped studying for a good solid 2.5 weeks, and I've already forgotten everything that I had built up very well. Thank you, holidays. It is what it is. Okay. Anyway, I'm about to get something to eat. You have a good day. Catch you tomorrow stream. No problem. Have fun. Have good food. All right, so let's get this started. I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit and let's listen to the Japanese. I'm gonna turn down my BGM too.
はい、皆さんこんにちは。今日の動画はリスニング聴解のための動画です。私のお隣さんは柴犬を飼っています。お隣さんの柴犬の名前はコマちゃんです。今日はそのコマちゃんが動画に出てくれました。ありがとうございます。今日はコマちゃんのシーンを4つ用意しました。それぞれ先に
Okay, I need to restart because I was pinning the link to the video. So this is Speak Japanese Naturally on YouTube. Shiba! Kawaii!
はい、皆さんこんにち
So
は。
cute.
今日の動画はリスニング聴解のための動画です。私のお隣さ
I don't
ん
know
は
ためね
柴犬を飼っています。お隣さんの柴犬の名前はコマちゃんです。
コマちゃん。
今日はそのコマちゃんが動画に出てくれました。ありがとうございます。
コマちゃん。
コマちゃんのシーンを4つ用意しました。それぞれ先に2つずつ質問をするので、それを聞き取ってみてください。ではまず1つ目のシーンです。質問はこれです。1番、英語では犬に sit と言いますが、日本語では何と言いますか？英語では犬に sit と言いますが、日本語では何と言いますか？2番、コマちゃんが sit ができたとき、お隣さんと私は何と言って褒めたでしょうか？
Oh, these are the questions.
コマちゃんが sit できたとき、お隣さんと私は何と言って褒めたでしょうか？では一つ目のシーン見てみましょう。
じゃあ、すいません、こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。コマちゃん、コマちゃん。
I learned Japanese if Koma-chan teaches me, right? Koma-chan looks like Tula.
願いね、コマちゃん。
はい、
願いね。
1番 sit はお座りでしたね。でもこれは人に使うと大変失礼なので
That makes sense. Don't say that to people, even to children.
座ってくださいとか、お座りください。
お座り。
座って。
So let's go back a little bit. I missed it. So to say it to the dog, it's oh.
おさんは使う。一番人に使うと
できますか？コマお座りは？お座りできますか？コマお座り。コマおりこ。願いね、コマちゃん。
はい、どうでしたか？
so cute.
一番 sit はお座りでしたね。でもこれは人に使うと大変失礼なので、人には使わないでください。人には座ってくださいとか、お座りください、または座ってと言います。2番、お隣さんと私はおりこと言いました。おりこ、これはスマートということです。おりこさんと言います。これは小さい子供にも使います。もし小さい子がお手伝いをしたりしたら、おりこだねって褒めてあげるといいですよ。大人には失礼なので使いません。では字幕付きでもう一度見てみましょう。
Don't say that to people.
すいません、こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。コマちゃん。
お座りできますか？
お座りは？
おりこ。願いね、コマちゃん。
では2つ目のシーンです。質問
What did you say the
は
last
これ
part?
です。
Was it sounded like 願いね。
では
すごいね。
おりこ。願いね、コマちゃん。
では2つ目のシーンです。質問はこれです。1、コマちゃんは今何歳ですか？
何歳ですか？ How
コマ
old
ちゃんは
is Koma-chan right now?
今何歳ですか？2、
Meaning toddlers are not people.
コマちゃんの
Toddlers are dog
トレーニング
equivalent.
代は今いくらですか？
It's interesting.
コマちゃんの
Dogs are about the pace of toddlers, I'd say. Sometimes easier as they go. It's like if a toddler never aged but like still got like a little bit more skillful.
トレーニング代は今いくらですか？
おりこね。
2番は難しいかもしれません。
難しい what? May not be so difficult. What is it? Oh, speaking of dog, you good Kumo? My boy's name Kumo. How much does it cost for Koma-chan's training right now?
いくらですか？
そう、Koma-chanのトレーニング代は今いくらですか？ My brain's waking up. The warm-up's working. The warm-up is working. You aren't wrong. I mean, you aren't wrong. It's so true. Quick tangent. We went to my parents' house with my dogs And one of my Kumo, the older one, he's getting older. He's getting more sensitive, and I do need to pick up on his training again because he needs just refreshers every so often. I'd say like at least every year is what I should be doing. I'm just refreshing his training because it helps him kind of like sort things out better on his own, because he gets pretty sensitive, and he's gotten pretty sensitive. And my God, it was like having a toddler. Like both me and Cloudy were like kind of like wrangling him because my grandparents had also brought their dog, and so we had to kind of make sure we kept their distance, but we had to stay in the same house, and so it was a big thing. It was a big hoopla. Luckily, Tula's my little travel trooper. She's doing well. She hadn't had any bad experiences, which essentially was what broke Kumo's training a while ago. But after a little bit of training build up again, he was able to kind of recover. But he's still he's a sensitive boy. He's my sensitive baby boy. He just needs some work and a helping hand. And so trying to wrangle that boy was like a toddler. And he also doesn't like my grandpa, and we cannot figure out why. We're inexplicably confused as to why solely my grandpa freaks him out. And I still can't figure it out, because like I was thinking it was like my grandpa's shuffling, the way he shuffle walks, but my grandma shuffle walks the same way. So I don't know, man. Dogs are also probably easier than toddlers. They are. I could not imagine. Okay, quick another tangent. We were with my parents when they came out to visit me. We were talking about me and Cloudy were at a restaurant, and there was this kid. Oh no, there was this family with two toddlers. One's very baby toddler, one a little bit older toddler, like maybe 3 or 4. And the baby toddler, the one like seemingly maybe less than 1 year old to a 2-year-old. I couldn't tell. It's hard to tell baby ages sometimes. Anyway, they were in the chair, the little high chair. And this kid, they were trying to manage the 4-year-old who was making a complete mess of the table. And that was like throwing like it was a hands-on moment for both the parents. Meanwhile, the baby was leaning back in his chair as far as he could, like pushing up against the table. And so me and Cloudy at the table we were at were across from him. Then there was 4 other tables that were also across from this baby with all adults, and all of us adults were like reaching out, like ready to catch the baby, like, oh my God. Babies and toddlers have death wishes, I swear. They are just ready at any moment to just yeet themselves, and you're just like, can you please stop? But it did restore some faith in humanity. Adults still do that, exactly. But it does restore some faith in my humanity, or restore my faith in humanity a little bit, that like, hey, luckily we are looking out for the kids. I like the idea of like, you see a kid in danger or trouble, like automatically that's your kid and you're gonna protect them. Like do everything you can to protect kiddos. They're grown, learning little goobers. Every human in the chair is like, but how far? I know, I had the same thought. I'm like, I would probably, as a stim, be doing that. Leaning back and forth in my chair. Definitely did that stuff in middle school. Many kids did that in middle school. Many stories of them tipping over in class. Or not stories, but memories. Kids, humans, a little crazy. Anyway, that was my tangent. I forgot what I was saying beforehand. Dogs are like toddlers. Okay, that's what I wanted to check. 2番は難しいかもしれません。Might not be too difficult. I haven't learned that structure yet.
難しいかもしれません。
かもしれません。知れません。知れません。
政権とれません。なのでヒントをあげます。政権という言葉が出てき。
You hear the word 政権。
いきます。ヒントをあげます。政権。
The other problem with me not having practice in a little bit is that immediately my pronunciation goes into the toilet, and I just like, oh God, the struggle.
言葉が出てきます。
という言葉が出てきます。Oh my God, I'm struggling.
政権と というのは
That's what studying's
大人
for.
の犬のことです。では
大
見てみましょう。
人の
こま
犬。
ちゃん今
大人の犬。
こまちゃんは1歳1ヶ月です。
1歳1ヶ月。
い
こまちゃんは何歳ですか？
こまちゃんは1歳1ヶ月です。
1ヶ月。1歳1ヶ月。1歳1ヶ月です。1ヶ月。1歳, I'm guessing 1 year. 1歳, like eat with a little tsu. So, Wait, hey, where's my pen? I was painting before. Where's my good pen? I forgot how big I made this canvas. Let's zoom in. So find a good pen. And there we go. I can write isai. So I forgot the kanji for, or the counter for, or the kanji for sight for how old.
そうですか。
1ヶ月. Isai is what I heard. Is isai? Isai?
何歳ですか？
のことです。では見てみましょう。
こまちゃん今何歳ですか？
こまちゃんは1歳1ヶ月です。
1歳1ヶ月 I'm done. I don't think I'm writing it correctly at all, but I'm trying my best. This is what I heard. So I'm not sure what 1ヶ月. It'll probably be very clear and I'll feel stupid in a second. Something, so I'm guessing 1 year and something months. Ika. What are my counters? So for months, I don't know the counters, but I know for days. So we'll go days. Let's break it down. So days is, so for 1 day, 1日. My god, I cannot write chi. 1日 2日. This pen sucks. It's so funny to say that as it's a digital pen, but I don't like the flow of it. 2日. What's Mika? How do you write for? I forgot to write for. Whoops. 4日? Want to say? That might be wrong. 4日. Let's look it up real quick. This is good for my brain to break it down. This way, we're getting right into it. Let's check my 4 days. Hey. 4 days. 4日. I was right. So 4日. 5 days is, maybe that's, so that's what maybe it's 1 year and 5 months, because that's the itsuka. Not itsutsu. So for the counter for 5, like 5 things is itsutsu. 5 days is itsuka. Itsuka. I think. Let me double check it. Okay, so 5 days is Itsuka. Okay, so it's got to be. Okay. All right. So she's saying, Hi there, Ichino. Choi. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Inchoire. I cannot read today. But welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Thank you for stopping in and watching me struggle. No fucking way. You got me this time. You got me this time. What was it last time? It's good because my brain needs to work hard anyway, so. I forgot to. I was gonna say different from the last time, but I don't know how to fucking say that. I'm not that advanced yet. But hi, Grebe. Hi, Oxbus. How do you say this one? Is it Japanese pronunciation, or is it not a Japanese word? I don't think it's a Japanese word. My brain wants to say inquire. Oh my god! I was right the second time. It also, semi-pun, it means to read like inquire. Lamau. I don't have my soundboard out. If I had my soundboard ready, I would have that real good. That was great. Yay! Thank you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Oh, that was so funny. I'm like, wait a minute. It's not Japanese. It's like inquire, and they're like, it's inquire, like the pun. Were you a choir kid? I just have to know. I'm just curious. Is there any relation to it with the choir and the name? My sister was a choir kid. Band kid and choir kid. I was only a band kid. But some days I wish I was a choir kid, so I could have learned to sing proper. Anyway, so let's check out the year. Let's check out the kanji for year so I can write this properly, because I did learn it and I was practicing it so good before. My kanji's gone out the window. Year, toshi, or nen. In this case, it's nen because sai. Wait. Recorder. So I don't know if that's the correct. I'm sure that's the counter because it's year. She's 1 year old. The reading. Let's use the ad break. We're learning here. We're trying to learn. Counter. Pushi. In. What's the counter? So what's sai? Sai is like that, right? It is, because so I used to know this so well. So I learned this from Wanikani. This kanji is also like the one in Tensai. So if you have heaven and this, it's like genius or genius. But sai is also the counter for years old. So it'd be e sai. So there's a stop. There's a little tsu in there, so I don't know how if it's written out differently. Isai ikagatsu, and I'm guessing ikagatsu is 5 months. We're not even 12. I'm really breaking this little moment down, but you know, I just wanted something to start it. I just wanted something that started with an ink, and the best I could come with. And also, I'm completely tone deaf. I took a test. There's like a YouTube test out there. Maybe it is a just chatting stream. Maybe after the studying bit, there is like a tone deaf test that I took because I was curious. I know I'm not tone deaf, but I was like wondering how bad or good I could relate notes in my, because I could, like, if I hear a note, I don't know it because I'm not pitch perfect, which I wish I was. I'm very jelly of people who are pitch perfect, but I can sing it in the same tone, and I'm like, but how do I know how good it is? How am I? And there's like a tone deaf test, so we should take that tone deaf test just for fun, just to see. Luckily, band nerd brain. I feel like band helped me with that. Although I feel like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. I took my ADHD meds today. I don't know if you can tell. I was very tired a little bit ago, and they're now kicking in, and so now I'm just rambling. I did do like the color receptor test and scored I should do that as well. Color receptor test and scored perfect. Is that like for like color blindness or like not symphonia? What's that? What's the word again for people who have sensory sorta? Oh, interesting. So like kind of color, how well you can see the colors. I should take that test. I should take that test. Although, oh, it's how good you can see the shades between reds. I think I could do that. I should do that, just out of curiosity. I did really well in my color theory classes. And I remember in college when I was having to do physical painting, like not non-digital media, I could color pick perfectly. And you could point at literally anything in front of me, anything in the world, and I could mix that color in gouache. Crazy. I don't think I could do that anymore. But it was a cool skill that I had for like a short time. I wouldn't want to be pitch perfect because then your entire future would be dictated by people asking you to prove it, like Charlie Puth. Poor dude gets asked to prove it every interview. True. That's so true. We had one of my seniors, senpais, in high school. She was an amazing singer, and she went on to go to school for singing. And I think she'll make it to Broadway. I hope she makes it to Broadway. I think she's somewhere out there in New York doing cool shit. Anyway, she was pitch perfect and always got asked that. Always. And then my other thought was like, if you hear any sound throughout the day, you're like, that's an A. Oh, it's a little bit out of tune. Okay. Enough of the ADHDing, Straub. Okay, so Isai Ikagatsu. This is now my guess on how to write it. Isai Ikagatsu. It looks terrible. Let me try writing it nicely. Isai Ikagatsu. I don't know if there's a ka, hiragana, ka, or I don't know if there's a ka there. I don't know how it's written out. But we will find out momentarily. When I took a graphic design class, they made me do it. I was the only person who got it perfect, including my friends who do art for a living. Nice. That's cool. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. And I bet you'll probably be better than me.
1歳1ヶ月ですか。
はい。
まだ
Okay.
もう一応成犬です。
一応成犬ですか。
成犬です。1歳で成犬になったので、
はい。
トレーニングのお金も上がりました。
I spent all that time breaking down how to say how old she
じゃあ
was.
1
So
歳
it's
1ヶ月です。
1歳1ヶ月ですか。
はい。
1歳1ヶ月です。
もう一応成犬です。
一応成犬ですか。
成犬です。1歳で成犬になったので、
はい。
トレーニングのお金も上がりました。
そうなんですよ。トレーニングっていくらぐらいかかるの？
But now she's asking how the training was.
で最初は3500くらいだったんですけど、
はい。
4000円になって
はい。
成犬になると5000円になるんです。
それは月に何回ぐらい受けるんですか？
パピーちゃんって子犬の時は
はい。
結構
パピちゃんと子犬の時は So when she was a puppy, I heard that part. Yeah, it's so hard because like I've gotten to a level where I can listen to really simple Japanese and comprehend like bits and chunks of it pretty okay, or if it's like all together like overall simple, I can understand most of the whole thing and figure out what the context of like the sentences are, or the sentence or part of the conversation. But for the fucking life of me, I can't write it down or reply or say anything back. Language is hard, man.
2ヶ月空いてるかな。だんだん1ヶ月に1回とか。
かわいいね。
そのうち行かなくて。
そう、そのうちなくなるんですけど、
はい。
先生が大好きなので、たまには来てもらおうかなと
That
思って。
puppy looks just like Tula.
来てくれるんですか？
来てくれるんですよね。1時間半みっちりやってくれて、
は
で大好きで、
い。はい。
大好きで
会えなくなるのは寂しいので、
なるほど。
ちょっと時々成長を見てもらおうかなと思って。
はい。
I like this channel.
どうでした
did the
か？
pin
答え合わせ
unpin
を
after
しま
20
しょう。
minutes? Of course it did.
1番
I have to set it for a
Koma-chan.
long one. Resend. This is the video that I'm watching. I like her videos because she speaks really like, I don't know, her voice is really nice and like calming to me. and these listening practice. I've only done a couple of them before, and I want to do them more because it's really good. I don't know. It helps me. Doing this part is helping me like kind of warm up, not only but like also get used to breaking down what's being said. Obviously, get used to hearing Japanese and like get used to like listening to it and comprehending, trying to comprehend. So I'm gonna go back and listen to that again. I know she's gonna replay it and like say what they said, but I want to try to see if I can do it more of
こまちゃん
myself.
今何歳ですか？
こまちゃんは1歳1ヶ月です。
1歳1ヶ月ですか？
はい。
あ
Wait, I'm missing
ま
my
だ子供
もう
ですか？
一応成犬です。
あ、一応成犬です
成
か？
犬です。1歳で成犬。
一応
まだ
成
こまちゃんは1
犬です。
歳1ヶ月です。
1歳1
1ヶ
ヶ月
月です。Is her age?
まだ子供
もう
ですか？
一応成犬。
まだ まだ子供ですか? So is she still like a puppy is what she asked.
です。
一応成犬です
成
か？
犬です。1歳で成犬になったので。
成犬です。
はい
I don't know what 成犬。
あ、一応成犬です
成
か？
犬です。1歳で成犬になったので。
はい。
Oh, so I'm guessing, okay, Isai, something second is, so she's saying, and this comes from my knowledge of dog. I think she's saying, she had asked, is she still a puppy? And the owner said no, at a year, they're full grown or adult.
トレーニングのお金も上がりました。
そうなんですか？
んですよ。
トレーニングっていくらぐらいかかる？
Kid you not, I got so used to the female TTS voice learning Korean for the first time I spoke to a guy, I could barely understand it because I wasn't used to it. That tracks. And same with like, I don't know it's the TTS voice that you hear. And I what other listening practices I had done? I think with Genki, or even with like the flashcards I did in Anki, the pre-recorded. You get used to the pre-recorded, and then suddenly you hear real people speaking it, and you're like, oh no, it was Duolingo. That's what I listened to. I listened to Duolingo practices all the time. Got used to that voice, and I'm like, that was before they had like all the different characters, like in the app and stuff, like the different voices. And then I heard real Japanese, and I'm like, oh. I get that. That tracks. And that tracks.
聞いてもいいですか？
それだんだん上がってきて、最初は3500くらいだったんですけど、
はい
4000円になって、
はい。
成犬になると5000円になるんです。
それは月に何回ぐらい受けるんですか？
それは好きに something.
パピーちゃんって子犬の時は、
はい
結構頻繁に2週間に1遍とかやってたんですけど、
はい。
今は
I'm not getting most of this now.
2ヶ月空いてるかな。だんだん
2ヶ月
1ヶ月に1回とか、
じゃあそのうち行かなくて、
そうそのうちなくなるんですけど、
はい。
先生が大好きなので、
あ、
たまには
会いたい
来てもらおうかなと思って、もう本当に
来てくれるんですか？
来てくれるんです。
なるほど
1時間半みっちりやってくれて、
I'm getting distracted by the dog. It's so
大好
cute.
きで
Look at the babe.
だから会えなくなるのは寂しいの
なる
で、ちょっ
ほど。
と時々成長を見てもらおうかなと思って。
はい。
見てもらおう。
そうなんですよ。
はい、どうでしたか？答え合わせをしましょう。1
ちょっと
番、
難しい。
こまちゃんは今1歳1ヶ月です。
It wasn't 5 months, it was 1 month. So 1歳1ヶ月. 1ヶ月 then is 1 month. And that's how it's written. And so the sai that they 1歳, oh, that's an interesting, okay, so I didn't know. Let me look at the other counter, because the counters I've seen for sai are this. But there's, oh, it is. Oh, interesting, okay. Year-end, age, occasion, opportunity. So that kanji is difficult. Wow, okay. Let me try writing this. The correct stroke order. Okay, so that's the counter for years. So Koma-chan wa ima 1歳1ヶ月です. So yeah, so 1歳 like this. Oops. hard kanji. That's a hard kanji. That's a lot of strokes. That's a lot of strokes. And so the way, so, oh, interesting. So they have the kit right here. I guess that maybe is most supposed to be the, interesting. I'm just curious why it's written like this. Ika gets it. I'm wondering if that's like the marker for the little t sound, but I could be completely wrong. So 1 month is Ika gets it. Let's look up what 5 months is. 5 months, because I haven't done the counting. I don't think I've done the counting for months yet, I guess. In that sense, in like age. 5 months. Give me. I don't know. I'll have to figure out how to, because it's not in the dictionary like easily. It's like if I look at 5 months, it's like April. Like no, or not April, May. Like go gets it. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. コマちゃんは
この年齢の言い方は
この年齢のいい
赤ちゃんにも使います。自分の
Hold on. Oh, she's explaining it.
1ヶ月です。この年齢の
This way of saying the age is used for human babies.
言い方は赤ちゃんにも使います。自分の赤ちゃんの年
Your
齢や
baby's age.
友達の
Sound cut out.
2番
There we go. My headphones cut out for a second.
犬は1歳で成犬になります。
Oh, so I was right about when the dog becomes an adult. She was saying, right. She was saying, she was asking if the dog was still a puppy, and the dog owner said, no, she's an adult at a year.
成犬だと
The training fee for an adult dog. Oh, so second. Oh, I'm out of ad snoozes. Sorry for the ad, but at least I'm breaking this down. I guess I should have just let it play. That's the lesson of this moment is I should have just let the video play. Second だとトレーニング代は5000円です。
トレーニング代は5000円
代は
とお隣さんは言っていました。
とお隣さんは言っていました。おと言っていました。
では字幕付き
When you say と言っていました, you'd use it. It's like that's what you're quoting the person. では、字幕つ How would
で
you say this?
もう一度見てみましょ
こまちゃん今
う。お隣さんは言っていました。では字幕付きでもう一度見てみましょ
こまちゃん今何歳ですか？
こまちゃんは1歳1ヶ月です。
1歳1ヶ月ですか？
はい。
まだ子供
もう
ですか？
一応成犬です。
まだ子供ですか is what she'd asked. まだ子供ですか is she still a puppy?
1ヶ月ですか？
はい。
まだ子供
もう
ですか？
一応成犬です。
もう一応成犬です。一応成犬です。So, Koma is an adult dog. あー、
一応
そっか。
成
成犬ですか？
犬です。1歳で成犬に。
成犬です。1歳成犬。犬になったので、
なったので、
はい。
トレーニングのお金。
トレーニングのお金も上がりました。
上がりました。
So, okay, I see.
そうなんですか？
そうですよ。
トレーニングっていくらぐらいかかるか聞いてもいいですか？
それだんだん。
聞いてもいいですか? Is that okay to ask? She's like, is that okay to ask how much it is? それだんだん上げてきて Okay. I have 20 more seconds in the ad break. I'm gonna go refresh my tea really quick. Refresher on my tea. I'll be right back. got me this cute little sorry. Okay. My mom got me this cute little teapot. I figured I'd just bring it over. Why don't I just bring it over? Pour some tea. The tea ASMR. Tea ASMR. Alright. Okay, ad break is over. Get back into it.
上がってきて最初は3000
Okay, so she was saying, so the part that I completely didn't understand was
いくらぐらいかかるか聞いてもいいですか？
それだんだん上がってきて
それだんだん oh wait,
トレーニング
I got
トレーニ
the
ングにな
no,
り
I
な
got
り
the
ました
training fee went up. So the part that I didn't understand was that the training fee gradually went up.
そうなんですか？
ちゃうんですよ
トレーニングって
今上が
Would
り
she
ました
say I got
そうなんですか？
ちゃうんですよ
ちゃうんですよ。
トレーニングっていくらぐらいかかるか聞いてもいいですか？
それだんだん上がっ
それだんだん上げてきて、
最初は3000円
おしゃ
いくらぐらいかかるか聞いてもいいですか？
それだんだん上がってきて最初は3500円くらいだったんですけど4000円になって
はい。
成形になると5000円になるんです
それは月に何回ぐらい受けるんです
Oh, okay. So, and then as for training, how many times?
か？
Okay, okay.
パピーちゃんって子犬の時は
はい
結構頻繁に2週間に
Every
1
2
回とかやってたんですけど
はい
今はもう2ヶ月空いてるかなだんだん
2ヶ月
はい
今はもう
2ヶ
2ヶ月空いてるかなだん
空いてるかなOkay. Let's keep it backing up. Let me just try to read it in Japanese correctly this time. 最初は3000円500円ぐらいokay, so だったんですけど
はい
4000円になって
4000になって
はい
いや
成形になると5000
世間になると5000円になる
それは月に何回ぐらい
それは月に何回ぐらい月にI'm not sure what the Hey Fruit Step well, look at me struggling I'm struggling with Nihongo right now but hello I hope you're doing good I'm excited for our collab this week and same with Otome oh my god I did it again I promised I would do it I promised I wouldn't do this in the new year but I ended up forgetting again keep forgetting to shout out my friends SO everybody Fruit Step SO Truffle sorry Truffle this whole time oh wait I just wrote Truffle not you not Truffle Pokemon my god my brain oh Pokemon I know, but I need to remember. When I get back, I'm gonna set up my hotkeys so I can just... Your pronunciation's getting really good, thank you! It feels so horrid right now, but thank you. I'm trying. Moto 練習しなければいけませんね。I think that's the correct way to say. I think that's the correct way to say. 頑張ります。I'm struggling. Okay, but let's keep going. それは月にis it 何回 Yeah, 何回ぐらい I don't know this one. Let's hear it.
成形になると5000円になるんです
それは月に何回ぐらい受けるんですか？
パピーちゃんって子犬の時は
はい
結構頻繁に2週間に1遍とかやってたんですけど、今はもう2ヶ月空いてるかな。だんだん1ヶ月に1回とか。
じゃあそのうち行かない。
2ヶ月空いて
だんだ
るかな。
ん1ヶ月に1回とか。
Less frequently, Koma-chan grows up like once a month. Or go as she grows up. Okay, so だんだん2ヶ月に1回とか。じゃあ、wait, then she says, then Koma-chan won't have to go to training soon? じゃあ、そのうち、oh gosh. ああ、すごい。頑張って。ありがとね。ありがとうございます。頑張ります。練習します。もっと練習します。One day I'll be good and I'll understand better.
じゃあそのうち行かなくて。
そう、そのうちなくなるんですけど、先生が大好きなので、
全然大好き。Wait, hold on. How does the trainer?
そう、そのうちなくなるんですけど、
そう。Oh. Hold on, I need to hear it again.
先生が大好きとか、
じゃあそのうち行かなくて。
そう、そのうちなくなるんですけど、先生が大好きなので。
Oh, sensei. That's the trainer. Sensei. 大好きなので、
たまには来てもらおうかなと思って。
たまには来てもらおうかと思う。
もう本当に
来てくれるんですか？
来てくれるんです。
I never eat it.
かなと思って。もう本当に先生が大好きなので、たまには来てもらおうかなと思って。もう本当
かなと。
来てくれるんですか？
来てくれるんです。1時間半みっちりやってくれて。
And they train Koma-chan intensively for an hour and a half. So they 1時間半みっちりやってくれて。Oh my god, I'm falling to pieces. 大好きで。
会えなくなるのは寂しいので、
なるほど。
時々成長を見てもらおうかなと思って。
時々So how big Koma-chan becomes? So let me break this down. 成長を見てもらおうなと思って。Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I'm putting the pieces together. So that's how to say that. That's how to say like
3つ
as
目
she
のシーン
grows.
です。質問はこれです。1、コマちゃんはドッグフード以外に何を食べていますか？
何を食べる
4つあります。
以外に
コマちゃんはドッグフード以外に何を食べていますか？4つあります。
4つあります。
コマちゃんが食べてはいけないものは何でしょうか？コマちゃんが食べてはいけないものは何でしょうか？では見てみましょう。
トマトが最近お気に入りです。
トマト食べていいんですね。
いいですね。
でも、
はい。
ネギとかはダメらしいけど。
ネギダメだって言いますよね。
トマト大丈夫かなと思ってトマト大好きで。
トマト
すごい。
大丈夫ですか？本当に？ Wait. Tomato? I don't think I heard that right.
すごい。
畑の
畑のトマト
食べてます。
I think it was something else.
畑の
畑のトマト
食べてます。
畑？
すごい。
Oh, like cooked.
シャインマスカットも食べるんだよね。
I think I'm getting it
そうだ
wrong.
この前美味しかったです。
大丈夫です。
でもね、
やっぱ美味しいのわかるんですね。コマちゃんね、意外と食べるんですよ、いろいろ。
あらま。
前の日はあんまり食べなかったんだけど、
はい。
バナナも食べます。
バナナも食べるんですか？
食べます。
すごい。
Doggies love banana.
食べちゃいそう。
じゃあバナナとブドウと
私の犬
トマト
も
さつまいもは大
バナナ大好き
さ
です。
つまいもはやっぱり茹でたやつですよね。
そうですね、焼
生じゃ
き芋とか。
焼き芋。
焼き芋。
あ
はい、
くもさんは焼き芋大好きです。My dog。私の犬は焼き芋大好きです。He loves sweet potatoes so
ど
much.
うでしたか？では答え合わせをし
あ。
Okay, so let me listen to it again, even though she's gonna replay it for me as well.
すごい。
やれば何でも食べちゃいそう。
じゃあバナナ。
あるんですね。
Maybe she was saying tomatoes not okay.
何でしょうか。コマちゃんが食べてはいけない。
最近お気に入りです。
トマト食べていいんですね。
いいのかな。でも、
はい。
ネギとかはダメらしいけど。
ネギダメだって言いますよね。
いいのかな。でも、
はい。
ネギとかはダメらしいけど。
ネギダメだって言います。
ネギ。あ、
ね。
トマト大丈夫かなと思ってトマト大好き。
私も犬が欲しいです。Hopefully one day. I hope they're so. 私の犬もが欲しいです。Okay, I read that correctly. I hope you get one day. They're sweet babies. They're a lot of work. We were just saying how much work. They're like toddlers, but they're so cute. My baby looks like or Tula, my youngest one. I have two. I have Kumo-san, and Tula. Tula is 2.5, and Kumo is 6. But Tula looks exactly like this dog. この犬。
すごい。
畑の
トマト。
犬が可愛いね。
すごい。
シャインマスカットも食べるんだよね。
まあ、そうだ、この前美味しかったです。
すごく可愛い。
わかるんですね。
可愛い。
意外
畑のトマト
食べてます。
すごい。
あとシャインマスカットも食べるんだよね。
まあ。
Listen, one more time. Let's listen to it without the corrections or the subtitles. One more time.
ネギダメだって言いますよね。
ネギダメ。So she said noネギ。Yeah, green onion bad.
畑の。
と思ってトマト大好きです。
すごい。
畑の
トマト。
She's saying トマト大好きです。
食べてます。
すごい。
I think she is.
シャインマスカットも食べるんだよね。
まあ、そうだ、この前美味しかったです。
Some of the grammar parts I don't really understand
わ
yet.
かるんですね。
そんなね。
わかるんですけど。
でもね、
美味しいのわかるんですね。
そんなね。
意外と食べるんですよ、いろいろ。
あれま。
前の犬はあんまり食べなかったんだけど、
はい。
バナナも食べます。
バナナも食べるんですか。すごい。
やれば何でも食べちゃいそう。
じゃあバナナとブドウとトマトと
さつまいも。
There's a word I don't. A food I don't know.
やっぱり茹でたやつですよね。そんなの。
Probably know, but I don't know
焼
the
き芋。
word.
分けてあげます。
ああ。
焼き芋。
はい、どうでしたか。では
難しい。
答え合わせをしましょう。1、コマちゃんはトマト、シャインマスカット。
シャインマスカット。The dog eating like a king for real. コマちゃんはトマト、シャインマスカット。
これはブドウのことです。それからバナナ、そしてさつまいもを食べていました。トマト、ブドウ、バナナ、さつまいもです。シャインマスカットというのは山梨で作っている高級なブドウの名前です。とっても美味しいんですが、とっても高いんです。それで私はコマちゃんに贅沢者ですねと言いました。でも実は言葉に贅沢者です。
贅沢者ですね。That's me. 私も贅沢者ですね。I know grapes are bad for kitties. Is the same for yeah, it's the same for dogs. Grapes are bad for their I think it's for their kidneys. They can't process it, and so it's not good for them. Tomatoes, I also think are the same kind of deal. Many grapes aren't acidic, but many acidic things aren't good for them. I don't know if tomatoes are as bad for them as grapes, but it won't if your dog gets like a singular grape, depending on the size of the dog. If you have a tiny dog, I think you have to skin the tomatoes. That must be it. I thought it was the seeds, but maybe I'm wrong. I forget. But I know if Kumo or I know maybe at some point Kumo's gotten a hold of a grape by accident, but it's not like that's an call for an emergency. But if he were to eat like a handful, then it'd probably not be good for him. But I forget. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up real quick because I would like to know. Oh, sorry, my grandpa texted me. I'll get back to that later. Grapes. Why are grapes bad for dogs? For doggies. Tartic acid and the potassium bitartrate are uniquely present in high concentration in grapes. A species that has been known to be sensitive to tartaric acid. Oh, so yeah, they can't process it. So if like they have a lot of it, like the toxicity will build up. So maybe those grapes aren't like super high in it. Would be my guess. Hey, J-Burp Games, thank you for the first time chat. Welcome in. It's going good. I'm learning. So my plan for the day was to watch this video as a warm up, but I'm kind of just like rolling along with it for the full hour. Have I never been here before? It's totally fine because I have a goldfish memory. I could have sworn you've been here too, but I've seen you on Twitter. I don't know if I've been in your chat either, which is so funny. I do that so many times. Like I have mutuals a bunch of people and follow a bunch of people, and I'm like, I swear I've been in their chat, right? And then it'll be like first time chat, and I'm like, no. But welcome in. We're struggling. We're learning Nihongo. Nihongo o renshu shimasu. Tenkyo shimasu. And it's hard. Nihongo ga muzukashii. I was supposed to review my Genki textbook chapter 10. We're kind of just like hanging along in this video. Although I like it. It's making the brain gears spin and whir and think about things harder.
ですねと言いました。でも実は今年お隣さんはうちにシャインマスカットをたくさんくれました。とても親切なんです。
What is shine muscat? What is shine muscat? I've never heard of that. Shine muscato. Shine muscat. Oh, that's the grapes. Oh. Careful with that dog. Grapes aren't good.
なので私はコマちゃんにあんなことを言うべきではなかった。
I shouldn't have made that comment to Koma-chan.
2番、コマちゃんが食べてはいけないものはネギでした。ネギはこれです。では字幕付きで見てみましょう。
トマトが最近お気に入りです。
トマト食べていいんですね。
食べていいんですね。
ネギとかはダメらしいけど。
ネギダメだって言いますよね。
トマト大丈夫かなと思ってトマト大好きです。
大好きですごい。Oh, from our garden over there. Interesting.
食べてます。
すごい。
I think they might be
シャイン
okay.
マスカットも食べるんだよね。
そうだ、この前美味しかったです。
あ、そうそう大丈夫です。
でもね、
結構やっぱ美味しいのわかるんですね。
そんな
コマちゃんね、意外と食べるんですよ、いろいろ。
あらま。
前の犬は何？
いろいろ。
コマちゃんね、意外と食べるんですよ、いろいろ。
コマちゃん、
わかるんですね。コマちゃんね、
意外と食べるんですよ、いろいろ。
食べるんですよ、いろいろ。
あらま。
前の犬は何？あんまり食べなかったんだ。
前の犬はあまりあんまり食べなかったんだけど。Sorry, I'm reading so slow this morning. シャインマスカットはちょっと高いフリー oh wait hold on フリッツ is it two or my katakana フリッツです。フリッツ is it two or I think it's two です。私も食べたい。I've never had them. フルーツありがとう。 Thank you for the lesson. フルーツ私も食べたい。今は私も食べたい。そのフルーツ I've never had なんだっけ、日本語なんだっけ、日本語 I don't know how to say never had おはようYeah, I've never had them. It sounds delicious. I've had what fruits did I have in my last trip? I think my last trip we did buy some strawberries in Kawazu. Forgot the name of the town we were in, Kawazu, but it was the famous one that's usually there when you go there for cherry blossoms. But it was the middle of or getting the middle of like late spring, early summer. We got the best strawberries I've ever had in my life. They were so juicy and all of them were sweet. Delicious. I don't think we had, what else do we have? We had anmitsu multiple times, and so there was like mixed fruits in there, and those were really good. I wonder. 食べたことない。Yeah, 食べたことない。I should have known that. I should have known that because ことがありますか is like, have you done it? Or essentially something like, yeah, I love strawberries in Japan. They're so sweet. They are so sweet. They're so good. They had like a slightly different texture than like the good when we get good ones. Sometimes it's hard to get good ones here. It's like a hit or miss all the time. You got to get in the right season, exactly the right season. And even then, I don't know, sometimes you get like sour ones mixed in there. 食べたことない. So, マスカット, what was it? Shine mas... It wasn't Muscato. Was it Muscat? Yeah, Muscato は食べたことない. 食べたことない. My tongue is just... I need to practice speaking so much more. I got decent and not like not like tripping over my mouth when I was in my classes. And even after that, at one point, I was like able to read okay, but right now,
じゃあバナナとブドウと
ぶどう That's what grapes are.
さつまいもはやっぱり茹でたやつですよね。そんな
焼き芋とか
焼き芋
ちょっと分けてあげます。
焼き芋。
では最後のシーンです。質問はこれです。1番、
大好き。
コマちゃんの名前の由来は何ですか？コマちゃんの名前の由来は何ですか？ 2番、コマちゃんは男の子ですか？それとも女の子ですか？コマちゃんは男の子ですか？それとも女の子ですか？では動画を見ましょう。
じゃあもう一個だけ質問いいですか？
はい。
かわいい。
名前の由来は何ですか
？Sorry, my heart.
では動画を見ましょう。
もう一個だけ質問いいですか？
はい。
コマちゃんの名前の由来は
コマちゃんの名前の由来聞いてびっくりですよ。
はい。
妖怪ウォッチって知ってますか？
はい、もちろん知ってます。
コマジロっているじゃないですか。
白い柴犬
かな。それを孫がこれを連れてきたと。
So something about white
白
Shiba
い柴
Inus.
犬
かな。それを孫がこれを連れてきたときに、コマジロのコマがいいよってなって、
なるほど。
いろいろ出た結果、そのコマジローだと男になっちゃうから、じゃあそこジローを取ってコマにしようかってなって。
じゃあコマちゃん女の子ですね。
そうなんです。双子が名付け親で。
そしてコマちゃん。
Same thing.
はい、どうでしたか？答え合わせ。
I got only like a little tiny bit, like something about. I think I heard yokai, so like maybe like from. Maybe not. I don't know. Man, this must be so painful to watch me struggle like this. Oh, it's like, and then something about white Shiba Inus, and I think she was saying because Koma. Was it Komaji? Something. Well, the Koma is something. So Komaji. Something is like. I think Koma is coming from Komaji, and I don't know what Komaji is. Oh, hey. No, not new tab. We're in this video right now.
コマがいいよってなって。
なるほど。
こんばん。
コマジロのコマがいいよ。
So, Komaji色? So maybe the color?
ってなって。
なるほど。
いろいろ出た結果。
Very relaxing. I'm always happy to help too. Thank you so much.
コマジローだと男になっちゃうから、じゃあそこジローを取ってコマにしようかって。コマジローだと男になっちゃうから、じゃあそこ。
something is male.
じゃあコマちゃん女の子ですね。
そうなんです。
女の子ですね。Oh, I was right. She's a girl. And she looks just like Tula, so I'm like, that's gotta be.
妖怪ウォッチって知ってますか？
はい、もちろん知ってます。
コマジロっているじゃないですか。
白い柴犬
かな。それを孫がこれを連れてきた時に、コマジロのコマがいいよってなって。
なるほど。
いろいろ出た結果、その 駒次郎だと男になっちゃうから、じゃあそこ次郎を取って駒にしようかってなって。
じゃあ駒ちゃん女の子ですね。
そうなんです。双子が名付け親です。
そして駒ちゃんになりました。
駒ちゃんになりました。
はい、どうでしたか？答え合わせをしましょう。1番、駒ちゃんの名前は妖怪ウォッチの駒次郎から来ています。2番、女の子という言葉は聞き取れましたか？駒ちゃんは女の子です。駒次郎にある次郎は2番目の男の子。
Interesting. 2番目の男。
駒次郎にある次郎は2番目の男の子、2番目の息子という意味です。なので、駒次郎と聞けば、2番目の男の子なんだなと分かります。でも、駒ちゃんは女の子なので次郎という部分を取ったとお隣さんは言っていましたね。で、駒にちゃんがついて駒ちゃんとなっています。では字幕付きで見てみましょう。
難しい。
駒ちゃんの名前の由来は？
駒ちゃんの名前の由来聞いてびっくりですよ。
はい。
She's like, you'll be surprised. Okay, I see.
名前の由来は
Obviously says in English, but I was reading the Japanese part.
聞いてびっくりですよ。
はい。
How do you say?
名前の由来は？
駒ちゃんの名前の由来聞いてびっくりですよ。
聞いてびっくり。Like びっくり。that kind of. びっくりですよ。
ちゃんの名前の由来は？
駒ちゃんの名前の由来聞いてびっくりですよ。
はい。
妖怪ウォッチって知ってますか？
はい、もちろん知ってます。
駒次郎っているじゃないですか。
もちろん。
白い柴犬
かな。それを孫が次郎っているじゃないですか。
白い柴犬。
I was wrong. 白い柴犬。Yeah, I was wrong. 駒次郎 isn't white.
それを孫がこれを連れてきた時に、駒次郎の駒がいいよってなって、
なるほど。
いろいろ出た結果、その駒次郎だと男になっちゃうから、じゃあそこ次郎を取って駒にしようってなって。
じゃあ駒ちゃん女の子ですね。
そうなんです。双子が名付け親です。
そして駒ちゃんになりました。
駒ちゃんになりました。
駒ちゃんになりました。
はい、じゃあ今日はここまでです。駒ちゃん可愛かったですね。もしよかったら駒ちゃんへのコメントもお待ちしています。それからもちろん高評価だったら駒ちゃんへのコメントもお待ちしています。それからもちろん高評価、そしてチャンネル登録もよろしくお願いします。
I think there was another one. I had pulled it up. Yeah. She went on a walk with Koma-chan and her friend and her neighbor. So let's watch that one. Maybe it'll take another hour and 15 minutes for me to get through it. But it's really, that is some good practice. That really expanded my brain. Oh, I didn't turn off the ad. Road. All right, well, the ad break ends in 1 minute. And so I'm going to refresh my tea. Because I already poured what I had in here. So I'm going to pour the rest. I'm going to put some new tea leaves in. Because it is weak. Yoi. Alright, I will be back in just a moment. BRB, hang with me until then and keep going. We'll keep practicing. BRB. out, that's why. 皆さん大丈夫ですか? How are we doing? どうですか? Okay, we keep going. We keep going. Let's continue with Koma-san. So cute. 大丈夫です. よかった. All right. Well, this one has a BGM, so the BGM might get a little mixed up. Oh, here. Oops. Wait. Headphones. There we go. My headphones keep wanting to cut out. I'm so sick of these headphones, man. I got them and I was so excited and they've been horrible. They're the Logitech, the newest Logitech, or not the newest Logitech ones. I forget what, G7, G5, G537. It's the white ones. It's the one that came with the cute little thingy. 私の今 is it 今? プログラミング. Thank you, brain, for finally reading the katakana. Good job, Strav. の勉強します. I wish you luck on the programming. That's cool. Are you programming anything in particular? Are you just learning some new language? Java, C#, or those are the only two I know off the top of my head. C#, C++. There's many out there. Cloudy wants me to learn programming so bad. I know he does. Alright. Oh, I did post something. Okay. Video.
皆さんこんにちは。今日はみんなでお隣のお家のこまちゃんの散歩についていきましょう。
ついていきましょう。
こまちゃんが
Oh, JavaScript. I'm practicing before I start my job in February. Good luck! Oh my gosh! I hope it goes well. I did JavaScript in college once. And then, Cloudy did my homework. So I wish you luck. Ganbatte. Good luck. What's your job gonna be like? If you don't mind me asking. でもいいですか? I remember when in school they made us learn Python. Sorry. I learned Python. Never mind. JavaScript. I learned JavaScript because it was easier. Interesting. I should have learned JavaScript because that would have helped me at Minecraft. I could at least look at what the devs were doing. That's cool. You're doing coding? You're doing coding at your job? That's so cool. Nice.
匂いを嗅いでいますね。この辺りは猫が多いので、猫の匂いを嗅いでいるようです。
この辺りは猫が多いので、wow, that was多いので、猫の匂いを、I thought yeah it was 匂い。多いので、so there was lots of cats. 猫の匂いを嗅いでいるようです。I didn't pronounce that right at all. ありがとう. It's a software engineering position at a tech company, but don't tell anyone that I'm actually really bad at coding. It's girl. Coding's hard. I'm sure you'll be just fine and they'll train you up too. That's awesome. JavaScript is way better. That's so interesting. That's so cool that you know coding. I always get excited when like my friends know how to do it because I'm like it surrounds my life because of Cloudy, but like I don't. I don't, and I wish I did. But my brain only has so many cells left. And part of them are dedicated to learning Japanese, and the other part of them is to drawing. Maybe one day.
Koma-chan は毎日
Same. That's me. I don't
朝
have the
と夕
patience. I
方
tried
の
really hard.
2回お散歩に行っているそうです。
I just don't have it
夏
right.
の暑い
That
日
was
は
me. That's why Cloudy did. Well, at the same time, I was taking a bunch of other classes, and I had to pass those classes. I also had to pass my coding class, but like all my other classes were like really important to my portfolio. You know, the struggle. I kind of want to change jobs already.
皆さんこんにち
I
は。
feel you. Well, I hope it
今
goes
日は
well
みんなで
regardless.
お隣のうちの
And the plus side is programming of any kind, you'll be wanted anywhere. Like everybody wants software engineering of any kind. It's so sought after. So even if you have the basic skills, you got that leeway.
コマちゃんの散歩についていきましょう。コマちゃんが匂いを嗅いでいますね。この辺りは猫が多いので、猫の匂いを嗅いでいるようです。
嗅いでるようです。That's how she was saying it. I'm like, how
コ
I'm
マちゃん
stumbling.
は毎日
Me and my essential
朝と
non-degree, we're
夕
struggling for
方
a
の
bit there.
2回お散歩に行っているそうです。
We landed gracefully.
夏の暑い
Oh
日
yeah,
は
yeah, yeah. When did you're starting your job soon? That's right. That's right. I'm so my goldfish brain. Because you're like, hey, I'm starting tomorrow. 頑張ってね。明日は I think my brain is just fizzling out. I was like gonna try to Nihongo it, but I can't. Good luck. Good luck for tomorrow. I hope it goes really well.
夕方そうです。あと夕方の2回お
Good
散
old
歩
assistant
に行って
manager.
いるそうで
Hey,
す。
you know, my brother had that job. Or, yeah, no, he's still an assistant manager. He makes good money. And it's a good job. You got this. You got this. Benefits and sick pay. Hey, yo. We love benefits. We love them
2
benefits.
回お散歩に行っているそうです。
Let me go back. It was about the cat smells.
コマちゃんは毎日朝と夕方の2回お散歩に行っているそうです。夏の暑い日は夕方
夏の暑い日はhot summer day? 夕方6時を過ぎてからでないと Oh my god, my brain is like I have to read it aloud in my head and then say it. Is it little? That's not little too. 暑すぎ部を散歩に行きないということで
6時を過ぎてからでないと暑すぎてお散歩に行けないということで、この日は6時過ぎてお散歩に行けないということで、この日は6時過ぎに出発
All I know is retail, because let me tell you, history B is it's hard though. It's hard, like, you know, you want to do what you want to learn. What you only get one chance to go. Well, not really, unless you have big pockets. You only get one chance to go to school, and I feel like it's not fair that we have to choose something that like has to be the outcome of our job. It doesn't have to be, but like if it's not, it's hard. It sucks, man. I was in the same boat. I have an English BA, and that's a little assistant if you want to be a teacher or writer. It's hard, man. That's no fun. See, but like you want like that. You should be able to study what you want, because learning is fun for the most part. For most things. For some things. For the things that you like, yes. It's just too bad that like a lot of the stuff that like that's fun to learn and good to learn, the degrees don't apply to a lot of jobs, which is stupid. Not fair.
発しました。
Oh, I sped it up.
この日は
Forced to go to school because my parents didn't want me to take a gap year. Had I not been forced, I would have just went straight to a teaching degree. Aww. See, the outside pressures too, it can be hard. Same, like, even in my, like, I remember in my high school, like, everybody, there was a big social pressure to immediately go to college and not, same thing, like, not take a gap year. And I remember it, like, specifically, I'm like, hey, this is social pressure, because I remember, tangent real quick. Oh, so rip me. I was gonna do a 2-year degree for the teaching upgrade, but I don't have a 3.9 GPA. Blah, blah, blah. Is that what you need? GPA requirements are stupid too. Because, you know, like life happens. Not everybody has the time for 4.0. I'll try to make the tangent quick. Anyway, it was the end of the year. I had already gotten into the university I was gonna go to, and it was like the band last concert of the year for families and stuff. And they had us line up, and they gave us our little band awards, and which with each kid that they gave the award to, they announced our name and what we were doing after high school. And it was sad to me that like most of the claps would happen if you were going to a prestigious college. Meanwhile, the people that weren't going to college, or taking a gap year or doing community college, literally got less claps. And I'm like, oh, this is fucked up. This is fucked up. Wild. Social pressures. Stupid. Both my brother and sister didn't go to school in there. They're good. Like, college is expensive, man.
ました。
But, like, it's fun to learn. I also wish I wish college wasn't so expensive so everybody could go to school and learn cool stuff. We should be allowed that. We should be allowed,
昼
like,
間は道路
that
が
time,
す
you
ご
know?
く暑くなっているので、
うん
この日は
この
6時
日は
過ぎに出発しました。
Like, I would love to go back to college and take Japanese. I would love to go back to college and do music. If it wasn't worth 3 houses. The cost of like 3 houses, but then you pay for them for the rest of your lifetime.
昼間は道路がすごく暑くなっているので、肉球がやけどしちゃうんだそうです。すごく発発しないということで、この日は6時過ぎに出発しました。昼間は道路がすごく暑くなっているので、肉球がやけどしちゃうんだそうです。
昼間は道路がすごく少なっているので、肉球がやけどしちゃうんだそうです。My God.
暑くなっているので、肉球がやけどしちゃうんだそうです。
やけど。Enjoy your lurk fruit. Thank you for coming in. But if I want to get a different degree now, it means like not working, which is not feasible. Exactly. That's the other hard part. Like people who went to school while having a job, I was very privileged to not have to do that in my university time. But people who go back for master's degrees and like do full-time school but also work, what the heck? Good luck with the rest of your studies. I'm a study too. Ganbatte ne. Good luck. Good luck with your coding. Your programming. I need to practice my katakana and my pronunciations and everything. I need to practice everything. But good luck with your coding, and I hope your job goes well when it comes up.
怖いですね。
Or if you're in it already. I think you said it starts soon.
橋を渡ります。
橋を渡ります。
橋を渡りますね。橋を渡ります。
コマちゃん so cute.
コマちゃんは柴犬です。
はい、
柴犬は昔から日本にいる犬で、天然記念物にも指定されています。日本にいる犬で、天然記念物にも。
What is she saying about? Hold on. Let me read it. 柴犬は昔から日本にいる犬で、天然記念物にも指定されています。I'm not sure what that means. Something about
コマ
Shiba
ちゃん
Inus
は
in
柴
Japan.
犬です。柴犬は昔から日本にいる犬で、
昔から日本にいる犬で、
天然記念物にも指定されています。
指定されています。天然
日本にいる犬で、天然記念物にも。
天然記念物にも。Let me look that up. Something. Well, 物 is animal, right? ちょっと待ってね。I'm looking this up because I'm curious. 天然記念物にも。天然記念物。Hold on. I'd like to know. 10 then sky, heaven. Oh my gosh, my keyboard, please. Thank you. 10. Oh, what's that kanji? I know that kanji. I just learned it not that long ago. It's got the stuff. I remember writing this out. Nen. I wonder if I can grab. Oh, well, that's just the English translation. Okay, so Shiba Inu has been in Japan a long time, designated as a natural monument. Oh, like yeah. Shiba Inus are they're very well known. They've been around a very long time in Japan. Are they a national treasure or like I'm pretty sure something like that. I remember hearing something like that. Especially when we were looking into getting Kumo.
指定されています。とても人気のある犬です。
とても人気ある犬です。
柴犬は柴犬とも言います。
柴犬。Wait. ちょっと待ってね。ちょっと待ってください。
犬という柴犬と。
柴犬は柴犬と思います。
犬という漢字は訓読みだと犬、音読みだと犬です。1936年に天然記念物に指定された時の読み方が柴犬でした。でも言葉は変わります。今は多分柴犬という人の方が多いと思います。こういう人の方が多いと思います。
今多分柴犬。
もういう人の方が多いと思います。は多分柴犬という人の方が多いと思います。盲導犬や警察犬など。
Look at the English captions just so I can. Nowadays, Shiba Ken is more common.
犬は変わり柴犬でした。
Oh, interesting. So they use the my brain just died. The onyomi reading for Shiba.
でも言葉は変わります。今は多分柴犬という人の方が多いと思います。
Interesting.
盲導犬や警察犬など何々犬という場合に犬と読むので、柴犬も柴犬ということが増えたのかもしれません。
Because I know there's other breeds too that like had ken in them, and I don't know why I didn't even think to think about like it being the onyomi reading versus the kunyomi. It's like there's kai ken is a breed that I've heard of. Interesting. So Shiba ken, Shiba ken, Shiba ken. Shiba inu mo Shiba ken to wait, どういう言葉増えたのかもしれません。
川に入れません。川に魚がいるのが見えますか？
No, I don't see any fish.
ここですね。
Do you see? Oh, ここですね。In the river, do you see any fish? Simple Japanese, I understand. Like Dora the Explorer level. Like, do you see the fish? It's right there.
この川には時々アオサギもいます。
Oh.
カワセミもいることがあります。
The birds that are there.
カワセミは青く光るような色をしたとっても綺麗な鳥です。
Very pretty bird.
小さくて可愛いです。
小さくて可愛いです。
カワセミは私たちが住んでいるここ甲府市の鳥なのですが、なかなか見ることができません。
なかなか見ること。
私はこの前朝の散歩中に
私この前朝の散歩散歩中に初めて
初めてカワセミを見ました。朝の散歩中に初めてカワセミを見ました。まさにさっきの初めてカワセミを見ました。まさにさっきの場所でした。これは道祖神です。道祖神というのは石でできていて、このように道端などに突然あります。
I don't know exactly, but it's something about. So this is what the rocks that they're like stacked like this are called. And I think she's explaining what it's for.
その道端などに突然あります。
突然あります。
その地域を守ってくれる神様で、悪い病気や悪い霊を防いでくれるものだそうです。多分この地域の人を防いでくれるものだそうです。多分この地域の人が手入れをしていると思います。悪い病気や悪い霊を防いでくれる神様で、このように道祖神というのは石でできていて、
Okay, that part. Okay, it was made of stone. 石でできていて、
このように道端などに突然などにoh my god こんにちはクラウディ。仕事はどうですか？ Cloudy, he's at work right now. What are you doing? Watching my stream while you're at work? 突然あります。
Okay. It's considered pretty. Oh, so she was explaining what it
守っ
was.
てくれる神様で、悪い病気や悪い霊を
悪い病気は
防いでくれるものだそうです。
spirits.
多分こ
Okay.
の地域の人が手入れをしていると思います。 コマちゃんは今
千葉犬見て
うんちをする場所を
見て見て
選んでいるようです。
かわいいね。コ
好
マちゃ。
きなん場所はあるそうですが、
コマちゃんです。
毎回同じ場所でするというわけでもなく、こうやって選ぶの。コマちゃんはい
ませんでした。
多分この地域の人が手入れをしていると思います。
難しい。そうね。I'd imagine.
コマちゃんは今うんちをする場所を選んでいるようです。コマちゃんは今うんちをする場所を選んでいるようです。
Oh, the dog's gonna go poop.
好きな場所はあるそうですが、毎回同じ場所でするというわけでもなく、こうやって選ぶのだそうです。コマちゃんが走っていますね。
走ってますね。What does that mean though? 走ってますね。ちょっと待ってね。Oh, running. You do. 出ますね。She makes choices like this.
こうやって毎回同じ場所でするというわけでも
私の犬は同じです。Just like this. They sometimes can't always poop in the same
こうや
spot.
って選ぶのだそうです。
選ぶのだそうです。選ぶのだそうです。
コマちゃんが走っていますね。悩んでいるようですね。
悩んでいるようですね。What does that mean?
悩んでいるようですね。
Struggling to choose. Relatable
そして
なんだっけ。
結局今するのはやめたようです。
やめたようです。やめた。
これ危ないと
危ない。
書いてあります。危ないというのは dangerous という意味です。
うん。
なので危ないと書いてあったら近づいたり触ったりしないようにしてください。ここの場合は触ると感電します。
はい。
ここに電気が通っています。
I was right.
イノシシや鹿などの動物が田んぼに入らないようにしているんですね。
イノシや鹿の動物が田んぼに I can read this. I understand it. It's except for the front part. So animals. It's essentially I think it's what they're saying is to keep the animals out. So the tambo is the rice field. 入らないようにしているんですね。It's to keep the animals from entering the rice fields or the rice paddies. I'm not sure what イノシシや鹿なのOh my god, I cannot read. イノシシや鹿などの動物がto say? Oh, it's to keep. Oh, wild boars. That's what I'm guessing. What イノシシがので No, don't know. I keep wanting to read ので
田んぼに入らないようにしているんですね。どれくらい電気棒に入らないようにイノシシや鹿などの動物が
イノシシや
っています。ここに電気が通っています。イノシシや鹿などの動物が田んぼに入らないようにしているんですね。
Like wild boars. ど
れくらい電気が強いのかなってつい試したい気持ちになるかもしれませんが、
Asian wild boars are the world's most invasive species. Fun fact. Oh, that is a fun fact. I had no idea.
触らない方がいいと思います。
触らない方がいいと思います。触らない That's a different kanji. That's not to sit, so that's something else. I'm guessing not to touch. Yeah, best not to touch it. So close. Unchi time? Is it time to poop?
うんちの場所が決まったようです。
Mm-hmm.
素晴らしい動きですね。新聞紙でうんちを受け止めています。こうすると草などにうんちもつかないので、さっとビニールに入れることができますね。
Yep, picks it up with a bag. Beanie. Is that the right? Yeah, plastic bag. The word for plastic bag, I didn't know it was biniru. Biniru. Like as in vinyl. Like biniru. Maybe it was as in vinyl. Maybe it was something else. But I remember hearing this in the konbini for the first time and being like, that's not the word I know.
いろいろ試行錯誤した結果、
Poor konbini work, like poor the retail workers there having to deal with the us foreigners not being able to
このやり方が一
understand
番いい。
anything.
いろいろ試行錯誤した結果、このやり
Wait. She's doing her kickies. My dogs do that. They'll do little kickies.
方が一番いい。いろいろ試行錯誤した結果、このやり方が一番
このやり方がいい方が一番いいとなったそうです。
いろいろ試行錯誤した結果、このやり方が一番いいとなった。
After various trial and error attempts, this method turns out to be
だそう
the
です。
best one, the neighbor said.
試行錯誤。
Oh, わかる。It is a struggle to find a place that the I don't know if it's a Shiba Inu thing. I'm or like if it's I'm sure it's just a dog thing, but my Shibas especially. After, at least with Tula, after going to the same place to poop a couple times or a few times, after a little while, she's like, this isn't the right method. This is not where I wish to poop anymore. Why are you bringing me here? I will not poop here. And then we have to change our walk to be different, so she'll frickin' go poop. They also won't poop in the backyard, which you know, I it's fine because I can take them on longer walkies, but like sometimes. And it took me forever to get them to go even just pee in the backyard. They're like, this is our home. Why would we pee on it? I'm like, it's our backyard. It's a yard. Please.
ここは trial and error が元になってできた言葉だそうです。
Oh, I know. I learned that kanji
が元に
pronunciation.
なってできた。
Moto. I used to only know it as, I think, gen. But moto. が元になってできた言葉だそうです。
言葉だそうです。
だそうです。
思考は試しに
思考
やってみること。
ちょっと待って。
思考は試しにやってみること。
試しにやってみること。試行錯誤。
錯誤は間違いという意味です。でも思考や錯誤という言葉だけではあまり使いません。試行錯誤というまとまりでよく使います。
I'm so prim and proper of them. Meanwhile, my dogs just run out into the backyard like, wee, let's kill the grass. Well, my dog, Kumo, one of my dogs, he's my little mini goat. He loves to just eat the grass. And so now, even with that method, even though I've got them to be able to pee in the backyard, Kumo will only pee around the bushes. If I only take him to the bushes where there's no grass and we just have the what do you call it? The filler, the wood chips. Anyway, and that's the only place he'll pee. If I take him over the grass, he will only eat the grass and he will not go pee. If I take him with Tula to the grass where she pees, where she will only pee because she can't lean up against a bush like he can because he lifts his leg. She tries to lift her leg, but she doesn't work. He likes to pee on fallen branches. Sometimes for me. He only sometimes does it for me whenever I take him out to the backyard. If I try it, he'll immediately go for the grass for the most part. Our baby boy. It's true, you have to trial and error these methods of getting them to go to the bathroom. And then if I take if Tula's not quite in the mood to pee right away, or she doesn't have to go that badly, and I take them both at the same time to the backyard where the grass is, she'll eat the grass because he starts eating the grass, and then she'll forget to go pee. It's
散歩中に犬がするうんちは合います。散歩中に犬がするうんちは
散歩中に犬がするうんちゃはい
ます。散歩中に犬がするうんちは家に持って帰ることになっています。家で処分します。家で捨てるということです。家で処分しは家に持って帰ることになっています。家で処分します。家で捨てるということです。自治体によって回収方法が違います。
自治体によって回収方法が違います。
甲府って回収方法が違います。
Depends on the local government. Depends on where you can throw it away.
甲府市では燃えるゴミとして出すことになっています。
I recognize that kanji too. Guys, something about so in Kofu she is the kanji for city. Kofu shi では燃えるゴミとして出すことになっています。So 燃えるゴミ something
この汚物というのは汚いものと書きますが、主に糞尿、うんちとおしっこなどを指します。
お水飲むね。ちょっとお水飲むか。
お水はいらないようですね。
いらないよですね。
コマちゃんの名前は妖怪ウォッチというアニメから来ています。妖怪ウォッチにコマジロという柴犬のようなキャラクターが出てきます。
Because it was a Shiba Inu character. That's what she was getting. And so she said Shiro Shiba Inu, but and then she said she was wrong. It wasn't a white Shiba. It was a Shiba that looked like the red Shiba.
でも何々ジロというのは男の子の名前です。
But the Jiro part is more male sounding.
コマちゃんは女の子なのでジローを取ってコマとしたのだそうです。ちゃんは名前を呼ぶときに名前の後につけるものです。名前が可愛いイメージになります。なのでコマちゃんと呼びます。ちなみにジローというのは2番目の男の子につける名前です。1人目の男の子は一郎か太郎、3番目の男の子は三郎です。なので例えば桃太郎、有名な日本のお話ですが、桃太郎などは最初の男の子なんだろうなとわかるわけです。コマちゃんは何を見ているのでしょうか。
何を見ているでしょうか That's what I ask all the time. I'm like, what, to my dogs, what do you see? 何を見ているでしょうか
なっていたのはバスケットボールをしている子でした。
She saw a basketball. So
コマ
cute.
ちゃんの尻尾
かわいい。
はシナモンロールみたいですね。
そうですね。They do look like that. She's talking about the
みたい
tail,
で
I
すね
think. コマちゃんの尻尾はシナモンロールみたいですね。そうですね。It's so true.
すごい。
Oh yeah, this is how this. お座りです。できる。お座りできる。Only say this to dogs. Not to people.
お座りできるのすごいね。
Glad I watched these two videos in tandem because then I learned from both of them. お利口に。
お座りと伏せができたのでご褒美をもらいます。
ご褒何ご褒美は何今は何ですかをもらいます。Let's see. ご褒美 Get up. ご褒美 Reward, prize, treat. もらいます。Okay, so she gave her a treat. お座りと伏せができたのでご褒美をもらいます。So she sat and laid down, gave her a treat.
と伏せができたのでご褒美をもらいます。コマちゃんすごいですね。
すごい。めちゃめちゃかわいいね。かわいいね。
熱心に匂いを嗅いでいます
メッシに匂いを What?
ね。
Oh, my little screen out. Oh, no, don't play a picture. Don't play a picture. Oh, fuck. Wait. Fuck you, YouTube. Why is the little play in picture button right above the kanji I was trying to read? She had the hiragana for me.
コマちゃんが何か見ていますよ。
何か見ています
コマちゃんが
よ。
興味を持ったのはあそこにいる中学生の集団でした。
集団でした。
コマちゃん
What 集団中学生 college or
ちゃんは中学生
middle
の
school
集団
students
でした。
over there.
コマちゃんは子供が好きだそうです。
That's good.
出して。コマちゃん出して。出して。
コマちゃんが石を食べようとしているようです。でも
出して
偉いね。
偉いね。
石をちゃんと出せたのでご褒美をもらいました。今日はいつもより草の匂いを嗅いでいるそうです。
I'll just learn Japanese like this. Just watch the Shiba Inu videos on walks. Have them talk about it.
おしっこをした後は水をかけます。
水をかけます. Yeah, I noticed that in Japan when we were there. Like anytime a dog would pee somewhere, you'd rinse it off with water.
このはマヨネーズの入れ物だそう。
She's explaining it. What is it?
こ
What
の
did
入
she
れ
say?
物はマヨネーズの入れ物だそう。
Oh no, she was saying that container was used to
こ
hold
れも
mayonnaise
試
before,
行
so she filled
錯
it
誤
with
の
water.
結果だそうです。
She uses it as her cleanup water. これも試行錯誤の結果だそうです。
ちょっと宣伝です。自然な日本語を話せるようになるための日本語の音声のコースを作りました。最初にパート1で一つ一つの音を勉強します。ラリルレロの音や の音、それから字と字、図と図の違いなどいろいろなことがわかります。パート2では日本語のリズムを勉強します。日本語のリズムでは拍、網羅がとても大事です。それを勉強します。そしてパート3ではピッチアクセントについて勉強します。ピッチアクセントって知っていますか？音の上がり下がりのことです。例えば
I can't do it fast. I can only understand slow motion.
雨と上がるとキャンディになります。日本語のすべての単語が上がるとキャンディになります。上がるとレイン、下がりのことです。例えば雨と下がる。
雨。The thing that helped me with pitch accent was watching, I think Claudia, you showed me this video. It was like hum the tone. And you can tell the pitch goes down or up. So ame, and then how did she do it?
Rain.
雨
と上がるとキャンディになります。日本語のすべての単語にはそれぞれピッチアクセントがあります。パート4ではイントネーション、文全体の音の上がり下がりを勉強。
Intonation is a change in pitch in a sentence. Oh yeah, because sentences also can have like the whole. It's like it's
します。これらが全部集まって日本語らしい響きになります。とってもいいコースなのでぜひチェックしてみてください。リンクを概要欄に貼っておきます。ここは最初に魚を見た川です。だいぶ暗くなってきましたね。
だいぶ暗くなってきましたね。What does that mean? It's getting quite dark. Ah. How it is here too. Whenever I take them out around like 4.
こんばんは。すごいですね、ぶどう。
Oh, the grapes! Wait. Here's something. What did you say?
すごいですね、ぶどう。
これは何の種類ですか？何の種類は何ですか？Oh, it's the fancy grapes.
シャインマスカットは高級なブドウです。まさかそれを庭で育てることができるなんてびっくりしました。
こんばんは。
コマちゃんはここのうちのワンちゃんが吠えるのを楽しみにしているそうです。散歩に出発した時は明るかったのに最後は真っ暗になっていました。
真っ暗にって言いました。What does that mean? When we set out for the walk. Oh, it was getting dark. I need to learn the words for that. Hello, Novara! Happy New Year to you too. Welcome in. Hope you had a good New Year's weekend. We're studying 日本語を勉強します。今 and it's difficult. I've watched 2 videos so far, and it did take another hour. My God. Okay. So I'll take a little break, a tiny break after this to use the restroom, and then I'll do some review for my Genki textbook, Genki 1, Chapter 10. And I think might as well, since I have the video player up, I'll do Tokini Andy's review video of Chapter 10. Believe in you. Thank you. ありがとうございます。頑張ります。
とっても楽しい散歩でした。
とても楽しい散歩しました。
コマちゃん、どうもありがとうございました。はい、では今日の動画はここまでです。この動画が良かったら高評価とチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。
Make sure to follow Speak Japanese Naturally. And I think the link is still there. Yeah. Link is there for this video if you want to watch in the future and learn. I like her channel a lot. She's a really nice, soothing voice, and I like the simple videos to follow along to. I don't know. It's really nice. It's a good channel. Make sure to follow. Okay. Now we can move on to the textbook part. Can't believe it's already been 2 hours. We'll move on to the textbook part. I won't take too much longer because I gotta do chores today and walk my doggies today. Let's see. Let's pull out the textbook. I do have to go to the restroom soon too, so let me get this set up first. And we'll leave the little video player up too. So we can have Peony Andy help me. Camera overlay. Not camera overlay. It's just like a regular overlay. Let's move this up here. Move it. Oh, not my whole scene. One moment. We move it, I guess we can keep it up in the upper corner. Okay. Let me look up YouTube. Peony, Andy, Genki 1. Sheep fact? You don't need a sheep fact. Sheep fact. Shiba Inus are very cute. Kidding. Shiba Inus come in 4 different colors. One of them being red, which is the one Koma-chan is, and my dogs are. Red Shiba Inu. It's called red, but it's actually cream and orangey tan color, but it's kind of a red-ish color. This is like the most commonly seen. This is Doge color. This is kind of like the more common one. There's also black and tan. I just pull a picture. Black and tan Shiba Inu. Shiba facts.
No way.
Oh. What is that? What are we hearing stuff? Oh, shorts. This is a black and tan Shiba Inu. I know it's in my little video corner now, so it's really small. Black and tan Shiba Inu. White Shiba Inu. Chiro Shiba. And sesame. Red sesame is officially what it's called. Shiba Inu. And red sesames, yeah, they kind of look like this. So they have, sometimes they'll have the black kind of like all over, but they have, it's like the mix of all 3 colors. They have like the red, and then sometimes they don't always have the black, because sesames are more mixed, but they'll have a darker tone, and then they'll have more of that kind of brownish, and they don't have the little white eyebrows all the time. It's just kind of like a mix of all the colors. So there's your Shiba fact. Shibas come in 4 colors. Wow, I blanked for a second. Red, black and tan, white, and sesame. Those are the official color names.
Minasan.
Okay, let's grab Tokini Andy over to my window. There we go. Let's make him small. I have more room on my screen because I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna make my new notes. I should also save this actually, because I learned today how to count the months for age, because I didn't know that before. So it's so when she was saying Koma-chan was 1 year and 1 month old, it was Isai Ikagatsu. Isai Ikagatsu. And it was written like this with this kanji. And I also didn't know that kanji for Sai. I only knew this counter. But this one is very hard, so I'll have to practice. So this equals 1 year. Oh, this pen has stabilization, that's why it's not good. I want stabilization on my pen. Let's do a marker. There we go. 1 year and 1 month. And there's a glottal stop, so Isai. Little stop. Kagatsu. Oh. 1 year and 1 month. We learned that from the videos today. We learned a lot more too, but I didn't know that, so I'll keep that in my notes. Let's make, or actually let me look at my, I have my notes from, these are my notes from chapter 8. I thought I had saved more. Oh. Here we go. Never mind. Where's my, This is all practice. I know I have my notes. Here we go. Okay, so I have it kind of laid out like this. I have one page for each of the sections of the chapter. Might get kind of long, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's make a folder. Uh-oh. Speaking of Shiba Inus, mine are staring at me. I might have to take them out quick pee again before they get too mad. Let me set this up first. Chapter 10. Chapter 10. How'd I write it for my other ones? So let's open it up and see what's in store, because I forget what's in chapter 10. Open the textbook. All right, so we got a lot. So in Genki 1, chapter 10, the first few sections are comparison between 2 items, comparison between 3 or more items, adjective, noun plus null, which is like, well, we'll get into it later. Section 4 is tsumori da, like what you intend to do, and then adjective plus naru, which is like to become. So we said something. Oma-chan became an adult. Otona inu ni naru. That doesn't sound right, but something like it's to naru ni, or like adjective plus naru is, I think, to become. And then 6. Oh my god, how many sections are there? There are 7 sections. 6 is doko ka ni? Doko ka ni? Doko ni mo. Yeah, it's a good thing we're reviewing it, because I really need reviewing for chapter 10. And the last section is de, using the particle de with nouns that describe the means of transportation and the instruments you use. So like by way of, I think. Okay, so chapter 10 is what we'll do. But before that, I'm gonna take a quick break. Maybe I should play my ads while I'm on the break. On the breaky break. And then we'll get right into it. And hopefully I won't go too much longer, but we'll see. We will see. Let's do that. Okay, playing the ad, and I will be back in a little bit, and we'll get right into Genki chapter 10. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the long BRB. Main screen. Tried to take them to go quick pee, but it did not happen. I think she's getting hungry. So I'm gonna set a timer for do an hour. That way I don't neglect the pups. I can get stuff done later today because I do have other things to do. ちょっと待ってね。Timer. 1 hour to an hour 15. Okay. Why can't I set it? Why is it broken? There we go. Okay. Timer set. Let's go. Let's get back into it. Where'd my... Where's my pen? Oh. There it is. It was in my book. Okay, now I'm ready. Okie dokie. Oh, what's wrong with the... Okay, we're good. Finally. Okay, for real. For realsies. For realsies, we're going. We're doing it. We're gonna take notes. Let's start.
Oha konbannichiwa and welcome to Genki Lesson 10 live stream. Today we are going to be covering Lesson 10, which covers comparing
Chapter
2 items,
10.
comparing 3 or more items, avoiding repetition in Japanese.
I could have just let him
expressing
say what the
intention,
chapter had.
Becoming somewhere and nowhere, and the utilization de. Before we get started, I want to jump over to... If you want to help support Tokini Andy,
Speaking of-
please check out the Patreon textbooks
Speaking of
practice
ad,
videos,
let me
vocabulary
drop the
videos,
link.
listening and shadowing videos, read-alongs with Yuki, and more. So check that out.
Tokini
If you get
Andy.
a chance, I
He's
finally decided on a color scheme that I'm going to try to stick with.
He's a good YouTuber. He does, he had a series for the Genki textbooks, and so he goes through the whole Genki textbook and talks about it and walks through it lesson by lesson, chapter by chapter, lesson by lesson. And yeah, it's a good for I use him as a refresher, and we were listening to him in the car on the way down to my parents' house for Christmas. So
forward
Highly recommend.
into the rest of Genki 1 and all of Genki 2, we're going to be going with this color scheme. There may be new colors in the future as new things come up, but generally
Color
speaking, pronouns
scheme.
are going to be orange. Nouns will be these 3 shades of green. Proper nouns
Oh,
will
chapter
be maroon, I guess.
10.
Proper nouns, so names, place names, stuff like that. Adjectives will be this.
We'll see how
these
much
2
note
light
space
shades
I
of
need
light blue.
for-
Adverbs will be this sort of disgusting pink color. Verbs are red
Why
as
is
always.
my pen, like,
Expressions like
gross?
so desu ka, stuff like that will be this brown. Auxiliary verbs, which are verbs that get attached to the end of other verbs to change the meaning, they'll be this sort of teal color. Particles and numbers will be black. Question marks and ka particle will be purple. Punctuation, interjections, conjunctions, and temporal nouns. So temporal nouns are like ashita, kino, stuff like that, will be the same color as the background. New grammar points will be marked in either straight up blue, this sort of salmon, and hot pink. So those are going to be the color codes. Feel free to print that out if you want. These slides are always available, usually are available on the Patreon shortly after. So these are all accurate from lesson 10 and onwards. Most of them should be okay tonight. Now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with comparing 2 items in Japanese. It's a little bit confusing. It's not as straightforward as you would hope. In English, you can basically just add ER to the end of an adjective, like bigger. You can just add ER to the end or more before the adjective for certain adjectives, and that modifies it to express, well, basically the meaning more, right? More or less. Comparisons. In Japanese, you can't directly modify adjectives. There's no conjugation to express more or less. Instead, you have to use this sort of grammar point, which is a noun. We've got a noun A, any noun. We've got the particle no, ho, particle
No
ga,
ga and
noun
yori.
B, yori, adjective. So breaking this down, noun A is more something, the adjective, whatever that description is, than noun B. Now, these words ho and yori do not really necessarily mean more and then. Ho is actually, you can write it out in kanji, and the kanji I'll use the kanji in the dialogue actually, but
Oh.
it's the kanji for direction. So it's like pointing at this one. This one over here is more than, well, whatever the adjective.
Oh. Sorry, that was a
It
big
is.
realization for me because I'd wondered because it's hall, and that's the I'm learning the kanji for direction in wanikani. So
This second noun over here, which is what yori marks.
Wakaru.
Yori marks the lesser noun. Okay, so this will make more sense when I show you some example sentences. Right now, it can be used with any adjectives. So for example, Nagano no hou ga Fukuoka yori samui. Nagano no hou ga Fukuoka yori samui.
yeah.
Nagano is colder
Noun.
than Fukuoka. Colder than Fukuoka. So this hole is pointing at Nagano. Yori marks Fukuoka, the one that is less in this equation, and it's less cold than Nagano. Now, Genki points out, and I'll point this out too, just to be consistent, that you can't depend on the order of ho and yori to decide on which one is more or less of whatever the adjective is, right? Because this sentence means the same thing. Fukuoka yori
yeah.
Nagano no hou ga samui. The order
Yeah, it's
doesn't
the
matter.
words
You
themselves.
can use any
Hoga
order. So Nagano
and
is colder than
hoga
Fukuoka. It's the exact same
is
meaning.
the more-
order doesn't matter. Yori just marks whatever is less in this
yeah.
equation. Another sentence is miso ramen no hou ga shoyu yori oishii. Now, this is sort of subjective, so you could
Yeah, I
add
was gonna say.
omoimasu at the end to make it
That's
a little
depending
bit
on what you
more
like.
soft and point out that, you're not making a statement, that it's definitely more delicious. Miso ramen is more delicious than shoyu ramen, but you don't have to add tomoimasu if you don't want. That's just another example. Now, before we move on,
I
I
would
just
say
want to mention
tomoimasu.
that you don't necessarily need both ho and yori. Well, I'll get to that in a little bit. Let's just go over the next part and we'll get there. So, to ask a question using these, to basically ask which one is more or less of something, use this formula here. We've got noun A, to, noun B, to, dochira.
Dochira.
Dochira. This
Dochi, yeah,
means which.
and dochi would
You can
be for
shorten it to
both.
dochi with a small
Dochi.
tsu in the middle. We'll have that show up later.
Dochi no hou ga
No
ii desu.
hou ga some adjective. So which is more adjective, A or B, is the meaning of this. So you could ask something like manga to anime to dochi no hou ga omoshiroi? So which is more interesting or funny depending on the context, I guess? Manga or anime? And you might answer manga no hou ga omoshiroi. So notice here in the answer, I don't have yori, and I don't have anime either, because it's answering a question.
Yeah, 'cause
like
you just have-
we
you
often
just
do
have
in
no
Japanese.
hoga.
We drop things that aren't necessary and that are obvious from the context. So in these two examples, it's obvious that I'm talking about manga and anime. I don't need to say manga no hou ga anime yori omoshiroi. I could, but it's repetitive and unnecessary. So the answer is perfectly fine. It's just manga no hou ga omoshiroi. So keep in mind that you might not have both hou ga and yori in a sentence when you're comparing stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into the dialogue. I'll read it slowly once, and then I'll read it at full speed, go over the English meaning, and I'll get to your questions after that. We've got 4 people in these dialogues. It's a continuing dialogue from last week in lesson 9, maybe even lesson 8. I can't remember exactly, but A-san, C-san, Ando-san, and B-san, they're all going out to get ramen. C-san is A-san's sister, and they just arrived. If you're on the Patreon, you'll know that A is Andy, C is Dei-chan, that's my sister, I guess, and B is Yuki, and Ando is, well, he's Ando. Alright, so let's go ahead. Miso to shoyu to dochi no hou ga
好きです。どっちの方が好きです。
味噌ラーメンの方が好きかな？
かな？
俺も味噌がいい。
味噌がいい
私は醤油の方が好きですね。俺、味噌と醤油より豚骨ラーメンがいい。
うん。
豚骨ラーメンがないよ。Alright, let's go full speed. 味噌と醤油とどっちの方が好き？味噌ラーメンの方が好きかな？俺も味噌がいい。私は醤油の方が好きですね。俺、味噌と醤油より豚骨ラーメンがいい。豚骨ラーメンがないよ。Alright, let's go ahead and go over the English for that, and then I'll get to your questions. So, 味噌と醤油とどっちの方が好き？ which do you like more, miso or soy sauce ramen?
He's doing
so
all
this
the
is
talking
this
for
sentence
me.
is straight out of the original formula, except we're using dochi instead of dochira. It's just the question. Miso to shoyu to dochi no hoga suki, or suki desu ka would be the full sentence. Which do you like more, miso or soy sauce? You remember that I'm asking my sister, and I'm placing A above both C and B and ando. So he's speaking informally in all of the dialogues. A. Miso
It's a short form.
ramen no
He's using short
hoga
form.
suki kana? I like miso ramen more, I guess. So this kana at the end.
I was gonna
kana,
ask you.
That's new for you guys. I don't think it's showed up in Genki yet. It basically is a particle that you put at the end of a sentence. A particle? I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember exactly what it is. Maybe someone can look that up for me, the actual part of speech it is. But anyway, it just means I guess, and you put it at the end of the sentence like an ending particle. Suki kana? Women might say suki kashira. Kashira is similar, not quite the same as kana, but it's similar.
What did you say it was like kind of like? Sorry, I missed it. I was trying to write like make a quick note.
But anyway, it just means I guess, and you put it at the end of the sentence like an ending particle. Suki kana? Women might say suki kashira. Kashira is similar, not quite the same as kana, but it's similar. Miso ramen no hoga suki kana? So it's not 100% positive. I'm not positive that I like miso ramen more, but probably, I guess. Kana? That's a fun little thing to add to the end of your sentences. Our next sentence is ore mo miso ga ii. Straightforward. I also want miso. I translated this as want.
Oh.
Literally, it's I think miso is good as well. I also think miso is good, but in the context, miso ga ii. This means
because they're
want
deciding
miso.
which one they want.
So you can just say something something ga ii to mean that you want that thing. Watashi wa shoyu no hou ga suki desu ne. I like soy sauce more. Remember, you can use ne at the end of the sentence to confirm something to someone when they ask you a question. It's not necessarily asking for confirmation from them. You're sort of confirming that, yeah, I like shoyu ramen. Shoyu is soy sauce flavored ramen. Our final two sentences are ore miso to shoyu yori tonkotsu ramen ga ii. This time I translated it as like. I like pork bone ramen. Tonkotsu ramen is pork bone ramen.
Is so good.
The soup is made by dumping a bunch of pork bones into a giant pot, and that's how they make the soup. Pork bone soup for the ramen.
It's
In
so
this case,
good.
I put
So
it as
heavy,
I
but
like
so good.
pork bone. Tonkotsu ramen ga ii. But it could also be I want pork bone ramen. Now you'll notice here that we don't have hoga, we only have yori in this sentence. So sometimes you get that too. Miso to shoyu yori, less than these two. Tonkotsu ramen no hou ga ii would be the full sentence, but it's dropped. And that's actually okay. You can actually drop the hoga in sentences like this where you have like two nouns and then you've got the final one that is actually the one that you maybe like more, or that is more of whatever the adjective is. This is actually quite common just to have yori in the sentence. So just remember, if you've got a yori, a hoga is implied somewhere in the sentence, whether it appears there or not. And the yori always comes after whatever is less. Always. So if you've heard yori in a sentence and you never hear a hoga, you're going to assume that whatever comes after the yori is probably the hoga in that situation.
Okay.
Right? Because
I'm trying to think about how I can write this in my notes.
The yori, you kind of need to mark it. You have to mark it, actually. But if you put it after, you don't necessarily have to mark it with the hoga because it's obvious. Whatever noun comes after yori is not marked by yori. Okay, now that I got that out of the way.
Wait. So, okay, and because it's also the other way around, I think. If you can just, well, he was just saying you can have no hoga and not the yori. Everything he's saying essentially is what's in the textbook. It's just a little bit more explained upon, but in the textbook it's more simplified. So, comparison between two items in Japanese, adjectives do not change form in comparative sentences. There's no alteration as in great or greater, like you said, with the ER. And so you express the idea of a framing comparison by framing a sentence like A no hou ga B yori property, so like E, like good, E this. So like you said, like miso what was it? Miso no hou ga shio yori I maybe ski desu. Or in their example, what is their example? 中国の方が日本より大きいです. So like China is larger than Japan. If you want to ask the question comparing two items, you say A と B とどっちの方 or wait, which was it? どちら or どっちの方が property, adjective, this ka. So a typical exchange looks like, which is colder, Japan or Canada? Nihon to Canada to dochira no hou ga samui desu ka? So which one is more cold? Kanada no hou ga samui desu. And so that would be that. So I'm trying to think of how I want to write what he was saying about the
That
leaving
sentence
out
means
the
more than miso and soy sauce. I like pork bone. Tonkotsu ramen ga nai yo. They don't
Ga nai
have
yo.
pork bone ramen. So the shop we're at doesn't have pork bone ramen. And that's actually probably pretty common. Pork bone ramen, there's usually ramen shops, they will be either tonkotsu ramen or not tonkotsu ramen. Generally,
tonkotsu
ramen shops
ramen.
don't have both tonkotsu ramen and like miso ramen, but sometimes there's tonkotsu miso ramen.
He's
Well,
looking
arguably.
over. I
But
think he's
generally,
looking over at his
tonkotsu
partner
ramen
to
shops are
confirm.
they just sell their variations of tonkotsu ramen.
Just like me for
I
real,
guess-
for real. If Claudia
I guess
was here,
some
I'd be
people
like,
don't really like
right,
the smell
right?
of
Am I?
tonkotsu ramen, and they don't like tonkotsu ramen, so they don't tend to mix them. I don't know if that's the only reason, but our next
Okay,
section
so let me go
tonight
back
is
to-
comparing three. All
Uh,
right, let's go at full speed. The dialogues. A.
what
Chira,
did
you
he
can
say
shorten
about?
it to dochi with a small
Dochi,
tune in the
yeah,
middle. We'll
dochira.
have that show up later. A or B is the meaning of this. So you could ask something like manga to anime to dochi no
Yeah, I know,
hou
right?
ga omoshiroi? So which is more interesting or
Omoshiroi.
funny depending on the context, I guess? Manga or anime? And you might answer manga no hou ga omoshiroi. So notice here in the answer, I don't have yori, and I don't have anime either. Because it's answering a question, like we often do in Japanese, we drop things that aren't necessary and that are obvious from the context. So in these two examples, it's obvious that I'm talking about manga and anime. I don't need
I guess
to say
I don't need to make a note of that. Like, or maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know if I should make a
manga
note
no
of it or
hou
not.
ga anime yori omoshiroi.
The dropping.
I could.
Because yeah, like you said, dropping happens a lot, especially like in short form.
But it's repetitive and unnecessary. So the answer is perfectly fine. It's just manga no hou ga omoshiroi. So keep in mind that you might not have both hou ga and yori in a sentence when you're comparing stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into the dialogue.
We
For
did the
that,
dialogue.
We've even just arrived. If you're on the Patreon, you'll know that A is, well, he's Ando. Alright, so miso ramen no hou ga suki ka na?
好きかな?
俺も味噌がいい。私は醤油の方が好きですね。俺、味噌と醤油より豚骨ラーメンがいい。豚骨醤油の方がいい。Which do you like more? Miso or soy sauce ramen? So this sentence is straight out of the original formula, except we're using dochi instead of dochira. It's just the question. Miso to shoyu to dochi no hou ga suki, or suki desu ka would be the full sentence. Which do you like
Oh,
more?
I forgot. I
miso
was gonna
or
write the
soy
note.
sauce?
The kanji. The kanji for hou in hou ga. Oh, wait, hou. I like doing my notes in Clip Studio. Just because it's easy. Is the kanji for direction. Where is it written so I can... So, yeah, just so I remember that.
So you remember that I'm asking my sister, and I'm placing A above both C and D and Ando. So he's speaking informally in all of the dialogues. A. Miso ramen no hou ga suki ka na? I like miso ramen more, I guess. So this kana at the end, kana?
Yeah, he explained the kana.
End
It's like,
of a
I guess.
Part of speech it is. But
What was the female
not
version? Or,
exactly
like, the
sure. I can't
feminine?
remember. Is a particle that you put at the end of a sentence. A particle? Not exactly sure. I can't remember exactly what it is. Maybe someone can look that up for me, the actual part of speech it is. But anyway, it just means I guess. And you put it at the end of the sentence like an ending particle. Ski kana. Women might say ski kashira.
Ski kashira. that down. Women might say. I don't know how. My kanji, my god, please. I have to go a little quiet in this part. It's just I can't, my brain cannot write and talk at the same time. Clearly. Ski kashira. Kashi. I'll put a star next to it so I can look up why. Why, that's a little difference.
Kashira is similar, not quite the same as kana, but it's similar. Miso ramen no hou ga suki kana. So it's not 100% positive. I'm not positive that I like miso ramen more, but
make sure
probably.
I'm writing it's under the Tokini Andy dialogue
Yeah,
because
that's a
like
fun
this
little thing
dialogue
to
wasn't
add
in
to
the
end of your sentences. Our next sentence is ore mo miso ga ii. Straight. It's
to the part
something
where we
used
were
to
saying
confirm something to someone when they ask you a question, confirming that yeah, I like shoyu.
we dropped the yori.
Shoyu yori tonkotsu ramen ga ii. This time I translated it as like. I like pork
dropped the
bone
hoga.
ramen. Tonkotsu ramen is pork bone ramen.
How do I want to phrase this? Sometimes in speaking, the how is it written in? Oh, I don't know if it goes. I don't know if it. Oh, it's no hoga. So the hiragana na no. Oh, this is oh ga e hoga or yori yori and or are implied. For example, I feel like this example is very situational, and so like because he has like the two oh ad's gonna start. No, pause. He has the two listed miso to shio oh wait shoyu, sorry, shoyu miso to shoyu yori tonkatsu ramen ga ii. In this situation, he's like other people have already said which do you like between the miso and the shoyu. In this instance, it's like they've already said no hoga. I don't know. I'm trying to think if it's like very super situational or not. For example, I like these two things more, or no, less than this. Is what I'm trying to like note out. Where is it okay to drop the yori and the no hoga? Maybe I'm just making it too complex, and I don't need to notate this. At some point, I'll just remember it one day. For example, I guess I'll just write out his example, and I'm gonna write the hiragana because I don't know all the kanji. Like he says ore, like as for me, we'll do watashi. Oh my god, did I forget to write watashi? I did. Fuck. Frick. That's my timer. Oh, we're good. We're only 10 minutes into the hour that I set, so we're Gucci. We're Gucci. Watashi. I'm just gonna practice the kanji because I should. I need to. It's important. I frickin' remember. Simple kanji. Watashi. As for me, miso Oh. Shoyu. Oh. You. Oh. Don't mind my terrible handwriting. Yori. Yori. Alright, let me copy paste this down here. The full line. Yori. On. Katsu. Oh my, it got so much bigger as I went. Katsu. Ramen. Ramen. Whiskey. So it's not like as weird out of context. Oh, only wrote half the kanji. Okay, so I could put this. Put this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting streamer brain. I'm all over the place. 私、味噌と醤油よりとんかつラーメンが好きです。I don't know if it doesn't. I don't feel like that makes sense out of context of like all the sentences that were said. But you know, we'll leave it for now. And the thing that Cloudy keeps trying to poke me to get onto Hello Talk. I have a list that I've been keeping, a small list, it's not very big, of like little notes that I make to myself, like if I write it down, like I should post this when I finally post in Hello Talk and be like, does this sound weird? And then they can correct me and I can go back and I can change the notes. Notice the の方が God. の方が is not here but implied. But it's implied that the person likes tonkatsu ramen better than the other two. Better than the other two. The other thing I'm going to note, it doesn't always have to be in order, but whatever is the okay, whatever is the nohol, whatever that has the noholga attached to it is the more thing, and the yori is the less. So it's like, I think he said you could swap it around. So if something like, is that right though? Is that right? Did he give an example at the beginning of this? Let's check.
Fukuoka, the one that is lessons. In Japanese, you can't directly modify adjective noun be. Now, these words ho and yori do not really necessarily mean more and then. Ho is actually, you can write it out in kanji, and the kanji, I'll use the kanji in the dialogue actually, but it's
kanji for direction.
It's the kanji for direction. So it's like pointing
now
at this
I know.
one. This one over here is more than, well, whatever the adjective is, this second noun over here, which is what yori marks. Yori marks the lesser noun. Okay, so this will make more sense when I show you some example sentences.
I guess I can just say that. So I'll just say nohoga always marks the more thing. The thing that is more of or more thing that, phrase that better as I wrote it. Thing that marks the thing that is less. Yes.
Right now, it can be used with any adjectives. So, for example, 長野の方が福岡より寒い。長野の方が福岡より寒い。
Okay.
Or not. And the yori always comes after whatever is less. Always.
Yeah.
So if you've heard yori in a sentence and you never hear a hoga, you're going to assume that whatever comes after the yori is probably the hoga in that situation, right? Because otherwise, if it's before the yori,
okay, that's how he
you
phrased
kind of
it.
need to mark it. You have to mark it, actually. But if you put it after, you don't necessarily have to mark it with the hoga because it's obvious. Whatever noun comes after yori is not marked by yori.
Wait, what? Whatever noun comes after yori. Yeah, I know, direction. Way, side, it's like pointing to is what my brain wants to say in the instance of noho ga. Yeah. I'm learning. Or I'm reviewing. I know, like I already did this chapter, but it's been a long time, and I kept reviewing my other chapters, and I'm like, well, I really know these. It's just a matter of like remembering them in practice, and it's so hard. It's so hard. Language learning is hard. Nohoga always marks the thing that is more, and yori always marks the thing that is less. Whatever comes, if you say something, so I like how he said it. It's like anything that you say before yori is marked as the lesser thing, and then whatever is marked with nohoga is the more thing.
With the hoga because it's obvious. Whatever noun comes after yori is after. You don't necessarily have to mark it with the hoga because it's obvious. Whatever noun comes after yori is not marked by yori. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, that sentence means more than miso and soy sauce. I like pork bone. Tonkotsu ramen ga nai yo. They don't have ramen or not tonkotsu ramen. Generally, ramen shops don't have.
This is very true. He was like checking and he was like, I think his wife is Japanese herself, and so he's like, am I saying this right? Is it right? Am I saying the wrong thing to my audience? Me for real. Okay, so now we're moving on to comparison among 3 or more items, and what the textbook says is that in comparison among 3 or more items, the degree qualifier ichiban is used. So like, yeah. So A to B to C, or category X is what it says underneath. No naka de A ga ichiban. A is the most thing. Ga ichiban ii samui atsui, something like adjective is marked by the ichiban as like this is the best out of all of them. So we're on an ad break. I'm gonna take a sippy sip of my drink. And just chew on that for a bit. I think the notes are okay. I want to make organized notes. I want to make them nice and pretty. Okay, the ad break's over. So, yeah, so with like when you have a group of these items, you say that whatever has the ichiban, whatever is marked by the ichiban is the best. So like their examples are among Canada, France, and Japan, which country has the coldest climate? Canada to France to Nihon no nonaka de. Oh, and then nonaka de is like the way, like the comparison thing. Doko ga ichiban samui desu ka? Canada ga ichiban samui desu. Samui to omoimasu is what it says, I think. So the example was out of those 3, which is the coldest, and then the person replied, I think Canada is the coldest. Note that the words noho and dochi are not used in the statements of comparison among 3 or more items. Normal question words like dare, dore, nani, or itsu, and doko are used instead, because dochira would be between 2. I thought, hey, why is it playing it started another ad and I didn't see it. Rude. We'll wait for it to be up again. Stinky ads. I should have turned them off for the study stream. their other example is, what season do you like the best? So, Isetsu no nakade. That's what I got. The comparison word is no nakade, like of these. Kisetsu no nakade, itsu ga ichiban suki desu ka? And you would say, if you liked fall, aki ga ichiban suki desu. So I like fall the best. Kinda true. Kinda true. I do like fall. I don't know if I like it. I could be like, aki ga ichiban suki kana? Or kashira. Like, I think I like, or like, I guess. Kind of, I guess. Maybe it has more, maybe, I wonder if kana has more like negative connotation than I think. And so, yeah. So, dochira is not used in here because it's not two things. Dochi is like two. It would be weird if you said dochira and you had three things listed. It's like, huh? Huh? So let's write this and then we'll start the video again. Oh, good puppies. 今は犬が寝ている. They're sleeping. かわいい. Comparison. Oh. Comparison. I need to work on like my regular handwriting. Comparison between 3 or more items. So, so it'd be A to B to C. So like this pen. Noun A. Oh. Noun B. Thing. Oh. Noun C. Then let's grab the blue here. Wait. No nakade is the comparison word, it seems. No naka de. No nakade of these things, I'm guessing. Ichiban property. Like, and then you could use, I guess you would have to say which noun. So, noun A. Ichiban. Please let me write not su, ichiban. Okay, la. Sorry if my model's a little weird when I'm writing. I'm looking down at my screen and the way my glasses and my angles here, it doesn't let me, it makes it look like my eyes are closed. I am just writing. And it has a couple footnotes at the bottom on the text page. In real life, the phrases noho ga and bi yori often appear in reverse order. Well, I should have read that first. Making it very easy to be misled into believing the opposite is actually what is said. Don't rely on the word order is what I should have written. Don't rely on the word order. Order in which and body are said They can be moved around. When I smile, my eyes closed. It's really funny to try to tune with VTube Studio. No, it definitely does look like your model is about to sneeze, and that's pretty funny. Well, you never know. You never know if I'm about to sneeze or not. That's terrible. If oh, it does kind of look. I just looked up at like my Twitch screen has a little delay, so I was able to see. It does look like I'm about to sneeze. Beautiful, wonderful, perfect, great motion capture. Often repair and reverse order make it very easy to be misled into believing the opposite of what was actually said. Don't rely on the word order, therefore, to decide which item is claimed to be superior. Listen carefully to the words no hoga and yori. Their marker 2 is, or the footnote 2, in place of dochira no ho, dochi no ho, you can also use dochira and dochi instead. So that's where you drop the ho. Okay, so that's what I should have wrote. That's what I should have wrote. Okay. My notes are already getting messy. But that is why we do it in Clip Studio. We can have the power of editing on our side without erasing and having a bunch of little eraser pieces everywhere. Blech. I hate that. We're having to start it all new because you wrote it in pen. What was I writing again? Oh, when using essentially in place of dochira no ho or dochi no ho, you can also use dochira or dochi. Any one of these can be used in question sentences seeking comparison between two items. So instead of dochi no ho ga suki desu ka, it could be dochi ga suki desu ka? Maybe. Dochi and dochi no ho are slightly more colloquial than dochira. Yeah, you don't often hear dochira, I guess, in that phrase. It's a little bit longer. You do everything in your power to shorten the things. Use as little words as possible. So when asking for the comparison between, I do know how to spell between, I just like shortening it like that. I wonder one day if like our like written on pieces of paper, because whenever I write on paper or write, I do use like abbreviations. Like for people, I use the PPL. Or like between, I've shortened it to between BTUWN. I use like a bunch of abbreviations because I'm lazy, and like it makes me wonder if like many years in history, if like papers that survive or things, maybe not paper, but like something that survives and people have written like abbreviations on it, or in like digital text, they'll be like, it's a part of the language. Between two things you can drop no hole and just ask dochi. Dochi ga blank. Yeah, okay. That's good enough, I think. You write between without some letters. I do. I do the without a lot, or for with, I always write with like that. Always. No letters. It's just a thing. Okay, So back to comparison between 3 or more items. Are there any footnotes for this one? Kind of. Where's the footnote? Note that the words noho and dochi are not used in the statements of comparison among 3 or more items. Yes, because that'd be weird. Because it's not 2 items. Normal question words like dare, dore, nani, itsu, and doko are used instead. And the footnote is the tendency to use dore when a list of items is presented. Oh, the tendency is to use... I want to be careful with some of these footnotes because I remember having the footnotes in class and when our teacher being like, I forgot what page it was on and what it was for, but she was like, yeah, that's not right. Don't do what the footnote here is saying because you'll sound rude if you do. I forgot what it was. I'm gonna be a little bit careful about like the colloquial notes just in case and refer to more YouTubers or people, native speakers, not just YouTubers, but like people who speak it natively to confirm whether or not certain things sound weird. But the footnote says the tendency is to use dore when a list of items is presented, and to use nani when a group is referred to collectively. Compare. Ringo to mikan to sakuran? Tangerines or cherries? Cherries, sakuran? Interesting, I didn't know what the word was for cherries. Ringo to mikan to sakuran ho no sakuranbo no naka de dore ga ichiban suki desu ka? Which do you like best? Apples, tangerine, or cherries? If you want to refer to the group, it's kudamono no naka de nani ga ichiban suki desu ka? So nani ga. Oh, I see. Well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, you're not gonna be like which I get it makes sense. I get it. Book, I see. I understand now. Because like if you're saying like fruit as a whole, you're not gonna be like which specific one. In that kind of way. You're like, which one? I don't know if that makes any sense the way it doesn't make any sense the way I just explained it, but what I just read made sense to me. Hopefully it made sense to everybody else what I just read, maybe not my explanation. Okay, so let's listen to what Tokini Andy has to say.
It's a little bit complex, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's easier than comparing 2 items. So when you compare 3 or more items, you take 3 different nouns, you divide them by with the to particle. No naka de, one of them, ga ichiban, whatever the adjective is, right? So N3 can be a group of items. So it could be like dobutsu no naka de, for example. Or it could be 3 animals. So neko to
Oh, that's what I should
inu to
write. So it could be like, oh yeah, he's listing it off.
Usagi no naka de usagi ga ichiban mimi ga oki. Among cats, dogs, and rabbits, rabbits have the biggest ears, for example. So here's a complicated sentence from the last lesson 10. It says...
Whoa. Before we get into this complicated sentence, let me take the notes and say... noun... noun that is a group. Hey, let me get the right color. Noun... Alright, let's say, like, group noun? Noun. Or here. How do I want to write this? I think about how I want to write my notes. You use or no nakade and ichiban. How do I want to say it? Nandake. What did I say? how is it said? 3 or more items. So Ichiban is the degree qualifier. I don't know what she would call the nonakade, like the comparison vessel. It's the comparison thing. Alright, we'll just do this. Or noun group example animals. Then nonaka de ichiban. On blank des, not like you gotta have that adjective. You're comparing things. Most likely it's you're comparing the property about it. There we go. Noun, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to note here. Taking notes is hard. Keep writing. I haven't been writing hiragana very much lately, it seems. Writing it wrong. So, what example do I want to write to make it easy on myself? What? Hey, do the kudamono example because that's the one they have in the book, and I can see the kanji. Although I don't remember example. The stroke order. That's not the right stroke order. Oh well, please forgive me. Also not the right stroke order. Oh my goodness. What is right kudamono? I did just recently learn how the stroke order for mono, but of what fruit? Whiches do you like the bestest? 果物ので果物の中でなので果物の中で何が一番好きです。いいです。Oh, that's right. I need the nani ga. Be like more of a group. Well, it's as if it's a question. Bear with me. Oh, sorry. 何が一番 いいですか or adjective ですか ですか Okay. Okie dokie. Question form. Let me say like question example. That's just a statement. Okay. Example 果物の中で何が一番いいです。ski. Yeah, ski is whatever the key at the end. Key 一番好きです。あ、いいですか? And I would say いちごが一番好きです。いちご。一番。Scooch this example down so I can read it a little bit more clearly. Even with my terrible handwriting. Okay. That notes. Let's listen to what the rest of this is.
It says
this is his example. Okay.
So here's a complicated sentence from the last lesson 10. It says, Anime no naka de saiki kusuo no sainan ga ichiban omoshiroi. Anime no naka de saiki kusuo no sainan ga ichiban omoshiroi. The disastrous life of Saiki Kusuo is the funniest.
Hold on. Saiki Kusuo no sainin ga ichiban omoshiroi. The disastrous life of Saiki Kusuo. Oh, that's just the name. Soka is the funniest anime.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay, so the nonakade is like literally among all of the things, or among the things listed here. And if I'm guessing if there's nothing listed, it's like among the general group.
Literally, this
or did he have the question first? I don't remember.
So here's a complicated sentence from Rabbits Have the Biggest Ears, for example. So here's a complicated sentence from the last lesson 10. It says, Anime no naka de saiki kusuo no sainan ga ichiban omoshiroi. Anime no naka de saiki kusuo no sainan ga ichiban omoshiroi. The disastrous life of Saiki Kusuo is the funniest anime. I think it's pretty good. Literally, this is among anime. So anime no naka de, among anime, the disastrous life of Saiki Kusuo is the funniest or most interesting, depending on how you want to take it. Probably the funniest. I don't know if I'd call it the most interesting. There's probably more interesting ones. But anyway,
I guess because he does have the group now.
Instead of multiple items. To ask a question with this, it's pretty much the same thing, and it's much easier than with the other one. It's just anime no naka de, so we've got the same thing. Nani ga ichiban, adjective. Nani ga ichiban omoshiroi? Anime no naka de nani ga ichiban omoshiroi? What is the funniest anime? So funniest, superlative, right? Which is the most something, is what you're doing when you're comparing 3 or more items.
Nichijo.
Literally, it's among anime. What is the funniest, or what is the most interesting? Now, using 3 or more items, this list can be endless, by the way. You have something like vanilla to choco to ichigo no naka de dore ga ichiban suki desu ka? So, among vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, which do you like most? Talking about ice cream, obviously. So I guess a full
I wonder
sentence
if this
would be
case.
Vanilla
So in this
to
case,
choco
oh,
to ichigo ice
I pressed
no
spacebar and it
nakade.
did nothing. I wonder if this case, because in this case I like both strawberry and vanilla better than I do chocolate, and I think they're both the same. I like them at the same amount. They're both my favorite, I guess. So how would I wonder in this context. I wonder how I would state like. I'd say both I like the best. I'm making a mental note of that. I had to come back to that later.
どれが一番好きですか? So, you'll notice, for groups
I guess
of
I could just
items,
say バニラとイチゴが好きです。I guess.
like, アニメの中で we use 何 We use the pronoun
何が
nani.
because it's the group
アニメの
like we
中
went
で
over.
何が一番
何が
面白い?
一番
If
一番
we're
面白い
using multiple
in this
items
case.
divided by the toe particle, so バニラとチョコとイチゴの中で we use どれ So どれ means which
Yeah.
for 3 or more items. For 2 items, you'll remember before we use どちら and どっち. どちら and どっち can only be used for 2 items. It's which for 2 items. どれ is which for 3 or more items. That's a hard one, and even I mix it up sometimes still. I'll catch myself.
Dochi,
usually,
I don't know
but I'll
why
be like,
dochi makes sense for me as just two. That's always kind of stuck.
どっちが好き? どれが一番好き? Right? Or just どれが好き would be fine. So you don't have to have 一番. 一番 is most. It gives you the superlative. どれが一番好きですか? So that's the superlative, most. But I just want to mention, and I didn't put it in the lesson. I don't know if Genki covered it either, but
No.
if you get rid of ichiban, it's still fine. So you could say
Oh, okay, so let's note that then. You can drop the ichiban because it's simply the superlative. You can drop the ichiban. As it's just the superlative. As Ibam is kind of just to say is just to say like the most, like the best, because Ichiban like best, it's number one. Ichiban number one. Ichiban number one. And so it's like to say the best or the most, the best out of what you are comparing. I don't think I'm phrasing this good in my notes, but I can always rewrite them. How does he
say,
say?
which do you like? どれが好きですか?
You know, Asking for example, which thing someone likes. You don't have to say which do you like the most. You could just be like どれが好き? Which do you like? E. Vega. Versus God, I cannot write chi. There we go. There we go. We notated it. We noted it.
バニラとチョコとイチゴの中でどれが好きですか would be which one do you like? So you don't have to have the ichiban, but it
Did I
pretty
freeze?
much has the same.
Oh, no, we're good.
So now we're
We're
on
good.
to the dialogue. I'll read it slowly once
Yeah.
and then at full speed, and then go over the English and answer your questions.
Nice.
A-san says, じゃあ
3:30.
味噌と醤油と豚骨の中でどれが好き？豚骨。ラーメンの中で豚骨が一番好きだ。
一番好き
じ
だ。
ゃあ違うラーメン屋に行きましょう。Alright, full speed. じゃあ味噌と醤油と豚骨の中でどれが好き or どれが一番好き豚骨。ラーメンの中で豚骨が一番好きだ。
の中で。
じゃあ違うラーメン屋に行きましょう。Let's go with the English for that. じゃあ味噌と醤油と豚骨の中でどれが好き So notice I dropped the ichiban here. Well, among miso, soy sauce, and pork bone, which do you like? Which do you like the most, I guess you could say here. Tonkotsu, everyone says tonkotsu. Pork bone.
It's delicious.
ラーメンの
Oishii.
中で So here's our group の中で among ramen 豚骨が一番好きだ So here I'm saying we're not using nani here or we're not using dore or yeah nani We've got the item. This is answering the question 豚骨が一番好きだ Yeah, pork bone is my favorite ramen
Yeah.
じゃあ違うラーメン屋
Yeah, let's go to a
に
different
行きましょう
shop.
This word hasn't shown up in Genki yet. It means different.
違う
It's actually a verb, but you can use it to modify nouns. And that's probably the most common way I've seen it used, this verb in particular. You can just say 違う to mean that's not true or
Yeah.
no or I disagree or that's not the case. But you can also use it to modify nouns to mean a different one. So in this case, it's 違うラーメン屋 different ramen shop. じゃあ違うラーメン屋に行きましょう Let's go to a different ramen shop. So that's a fun little verb that you can throw into
違
your
うラーメン
repertoire. 違う
ラーメン屋に行き
So
ましょう。
let's go ahead and move on to avoiding repetition in Japanese. This is it's a simple section. So I'm not gonna take my time. I'm gonna go right through it at a
Oh,
nice
well, he's
quick-
gonna go right through it. I'm gonna read it. Oh shoot. My timer is almost up, but I'm gonna read it anyway. I have 6 minutes left. We're good. Oh, I have to go to the bathroom again. Dang it. Okay, so section 3, adjective / noun plus no. And so I guess his way of stating is avoiding repetition. Let's write it down. Adjective, noun / noun plus no. Avoiding repetition. Repetition? English? How do I English? Repetition? Repetition? Is it repetition? I think it's repetition. A little English lesson here too. That doesn't look right either, but because it's repeat. Whatever. We're not here to learn English. Freaking English. We're here to learn Japanese. Okay. Let's see what the textbook has to say. Okay, when a noun follows an adjective and when it is clear that what you are referring to, you can replace the noun with the indefinite noun no or one to avoid repetition. No mostly stands for things, not people. So, 私は黒いセーターを持っています。赤いのも持っています。So like, I have a black sweater and a red one too. So 赤いの, like, as in, that way you don't have to say 赤いセーター after you've already said セーター because you've established that you're talking about a sweater. ケーキがたくさんあります。好きなのを持っていてください。We have a lot of cakes. Take the ones you like. So, let me read that again. ケーキがたくさんあります。好きなのを持っていてください。Take. Hi. Okay. So yeah, just making it a note. How do I want to write the notes for this? There's also a footnote here for this section. When you want to refer indefinitely to people, use hito instead of no. So as in, 頭がいい人, smart people. The use of no to indicate people is largely limited to sentences like そこで歌っているの人. Wouldn't it be hito? Wait, no. I want to say hito there. 歌っているのは田中さんです. What? The one singing over there is Tanaka. That sounds weird to me. Where you describe a person with no wa. No wa. おそこで歌っているのは I say no wa 田中さんです. You say no wa first and then the name of that person with this. Okay, so just hito. Like I said, 頭がいい人 is a group of smart or just smart people in general. So, 頭がいい人. Notes. How do I want to note this? Let's see what he says.
Quick speed, starting with normal sentence in Japanese. We've got an adjective plus a noun. But the second time you're talking about that noun again, you can replace the noun with no.
Okay.
No can take the place of that noun. Now what that means is, if we look at this normal sentence, 赤いクレヨン. That's a normal,
red crayon.
It's not a full sentence, it's the akai is modifying the noun crayon, akai crayon, red crayon. This has the same meaning, akai no, but only obviously if it comes after we've
established
crayons.
it, yeah.
But it means the same thing as saying if someone's talking about crayons and you say akai crayon, just saying akai no is the same. So no can replace nouns, helping you.
I guess I could just write the textbook blurb, because it's just when a noun follows an adjective. I just want to say it simpler for my brain when I go look back on the notes, because whenever I write the textbook blurb, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? When a noun follows an adjective, when it's clear what you were referring to, you replace the noun with an indefinite no. Okay, let's just try. Let's just write it down. When a noun what is it? A modifier essentially follows, or is it yeah, an adjective is clear what you were talking about / referring to. I'm going to say, instead of repeating that noun in the same sentence, instead of... Oh, there's my timer. We'll go a little bit more. Just a little bit more. We're almost done with this tiny bit of a section. We only got through 1 through 3 of chapter 10. So me and Cloudy plan on going skiing tonight. But if I did a workout and my legs still kind of hurt. If I'm not going anywhere, I might do another study stream just to keep studying. Maybe. But I also have to get stuff ready for the trip, but it's all busy. Busy. Instead of repeating the noun. Hi, Tula. First things first, I gotta go on a walk with my dogs. Inu to sanpo shimashou ne. Or not shimashou. Shimasu. Sanpo shimasu. Sanpo shuru. Sanpo suru. Repeating the noun. You can replace that noun with no. Simple. With people, you are only use no when referring to things use hito when referring to people. Example. We'll just use their example. When do I want to use the cake example or the sweater example? We'll do the sweater example because that makes it more clear in my head. ケーキがたくさんあります。好きなのを持っていてください。持っていて to take is the command for to take, or like asking to take is like 持ってい it's just tripping me up, and then the ください。持っていてください。We'll just do the sweater one. 私は黒いセーターを持っています。はい、赤いのも持っています。私は it's for me. Let's include the 私は it's fine. What is the kanji for? Oh, I haven't learned the kanji for the color black. Guessing this is the stroke order. I could be completely wrong. Roi eta o Scotchy. What? What is it, Windows? It won't even tell me. The message disappeared. I have no idea what was wrong. Maybe my headphones are dying. Well, or not imasu. Yeah, imasu. Motte imasu. Trying to hold my book. Motte imasu. Akai no mo motte imasu. No. No. Motte imasu. Oh. I have a black sweater. I also have a red one too. I have a red one. Two. Not the number 2. Okay. Nice, and we filled the page. What? What? Hello. Chapter 10. Okay, so we got through 1 through 3 for chapter 10. I think that's good enough. I think I had one more video that I did want to watch before I ended the stream, because it was God, it's getting really close to 4 though. I need to go. I need to go soon. It was one very pertinent to my travels very soon. Where was it? It was listening to the airplane announcement.
Welcome in.
Oh, that's a different video. Here it is. I knew I saved it. Okay. Oh, real quick though, let me repost the Tokini Andy one that we just watched, or started watching. We haven't got through the whole video yet. That's Tokini Andy. And then, what's this channel? Learning Japanese with Tanaka-san. No, don't send tab to my devices right now. That's not what I wish to do. This video. You know what? I'll grab it, make it a little bit bigger. We're done with our notes. What did I just grab? I grabbed something else. Oh, it's okay. Just have this right here. Okay. Let's watch this video. It's only almost 3 minutes long. It's pretty short. This is the in-flight announcements in Japanese listening challenge. So let's listen. Let's take a listen, because I'm gonna need to know this. I mean, I don't technically need to know this, but it'd be helpful. It'd be helpful. Okay. 言いましょう. Oh, are they? Everything crashed.